air that they travel safely. And we put in precautions and policies to make sure that you are safe when you travel. When I was at the crash site, it was just a reminder that when you're traveling by air, you should wear your seatbelt. If you see the videos of the air crash, wear your seatbelt when you're on the airplane. Also, in a car, wear a seatbelt. As you see from last night, they do save lives. I'd also note that as of now, LaGuardia is open. There is a reduced capacity because the aircraft and the fire truck are still in their positions from last night. So we are going to have reduced capacity for some time, but the airport is operational. Again, we'll come back and take your questions, but at this time, I want to turn it over to the FAA Administrator, Brian Bedford.
Thank you, Secretary Duffy. Again, I want to extend my deepest sympathies on behalf of the 44,000 men and women of the Federal Aviation Administration. We take our responsibilities quite seriously, managing the safety of the air traffic control system in the national airspace. So we're deeply moved by the tragedy of last night. Been in contact with the leadership teams of both Air Canada and Air Canada Jazz to express our sympathies, as well as my peer at Transport Canada. And of course, we are a supporting agency in the investigation now. The National Transportation Safety Board is running the investigation. So there are few facts we're going to be able to share with you today. What I can share with you, of course, the weather conditions last night were moderate winds out of the 050 at 7 knots. We had broken ceilings at 9,000 feet. Visibility roughly 4 miles in raining conditions. So there was mist and fog here at the LaGuardia Airport last night. We had a situation with United Airlines aircraft that had experienced an aborted takeoff. This is the reason why the fire and rescue crew had been deployed. Of course, the Air Canada flight was arriving on runway 4 when the incident took place at the Delta intersection. Again, I want to extend my sympathies to the families of the two pilots. These were two young men at the start of their careers, so it's an absolute tragedy, that we're sitting here, with their loss. So my heart really goes out to the families for sure. But we are committed to a full, transparent investigation. We will support the NTSB in any way possible. And again, we look forward to being able to take concrete actions to ensure something like this will never happen again. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Catherine Garcia, Executive Director of the Port Authority, and I want to add our voice to those that you've heard before and share.
All right, she sounded like she droning. All right, y'all, we are back. I'm on the couch, so I don't have the soundboard or anything like that. But shout out to all of y'all that are here. If you're on replay, I see you. I appreciate you. Please make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you are new. We are on members only, so in order to get into the chat, you do need to be a member. If not, you can definitely watch. I see y'all. I appreciate you. So the update is that the airport, LaGuardia is back open. The two men that died, they were young, just starting out in their careers. Only one runway, obviously, or whatever. Limited amount of service. So it's a limited amount of planes going through to add on top of the chaos that has already been going on, because yes, ICE is here. Okay, so they are there and they are already having issues, like I said. Now, somebody just called me and said that they're in Philly, but I didn't see anything happening in Philly, so I didn't go into the city. So I don't know, but we'll see what happens later, because of course it's doing exactly what I thought it would. People are just going to act like jackasses. But anyway, let me go on over here to the the air traffic controller guy, who we heard, I guess, on the video, is saying that he messed up, from what I understand. So Fox has it where it says, "I messed up. Air traffic controller audio reveals crash aftermath."
The deadly runway collision at LaGuardia Airport, an Air Canada jet colliding with a fire truck crossing the runway while landing. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy is on his way to the scene as the NTSB investigates. And welcome to a brand new hour of America's Newsroom. I'm Dana Perino.
Wow. Morning to you. I'm Bill Hemmer. Good morning again. Second hour begins now, and here's what we know. Both pilots in New York were killed in that collision, which happened just seconds after touchdown around midnight last night. There were dozens of passengers on board taken to the hospital. The very busy New York City airport is still closed as of this hour, adding to the widespread travel disruptions caused by the partial government shutdown. However tragic, I should say, notwithstanding, the issues at the airport for hundreds of thousands of travelers continues to grind on.
And the workers, of course, having to deal with that. And harrowing new audio appears to show an air traffic controller giving the fire truck clearance just moments before the crash. Listen.
Frontier 4195, just stop there, please. Stop, truck one, stop. Stop, truck one, stop. No 2603, go around, runway heading 2000. Jet 646. Jet 646, I see you collide with vehicle in the pole position. I know you can't move.
CB Cotton live on the scene with these developing details. Hi, CB.
So that's two different people that were talking. That's what we were listening to earlier, but now we kind of can see where it's coming from. Shout out to all of y'all that are here. I see you. I appreciate you. Hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you're new. I wanted to try to find that video where we could see the collision coming together. But they said on the news broadcast, on the live broadcast update, and saying that it was a little foggy. It was misty. It was raining last night. It was supposed to be some big rainstorm, which didn't really happen, but it was misty. So maybe they're saying that the fire truck couldn't see that the plane was coming. Yeah, RBN, where have you been? Yeah, child. So there's a plane that was landing last night at LaGuardia at the same time that another plane had issues. So the fire truck was coming to the other plane. Unfortunately, the fire truck was crossing the same lane that the plane came in, landing at 130 miles an hour. But they gave the truck permission to keep going. Then they told him to stop, but he didn't stop in time. And so they crashed into the fire truck, and the fire truck was on its side. The plane is mangled. And they just said a second ago also, y'all, that's why it's important to wear your seatbelt, even on a plane. Keep your seatbelts on, like they be saying with turbulence and everything. And that's why they think that there were not more casualties than what it was, which is great, which we're thankful for that.
Dana, good morning. Yes, Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy will join NTSB investigators as the work continues to figure out how this happened. If you take a look here, you can see the Air Canada plane is still on the runway, badly damaged. And
see, this is what I'm saying. I didn't think it would be anywhere. How could you get rid of it? So, RBN, I'm saying the same thing. These are the questions that I had, because even if they gave you permission, me personally, especially when I'm dealing with planes, can you hear it? I don't know if Lawrence knows, because I know it sounds like he knows a lot about this, but can you not hear it coming? But I just feel like it would be a look left. What is it? You're supposed to look left, right, then left. Isn't that what the rule is when you cross the street? I would be scared shitless being out there. These are jobs that are not for biatches. That's my assessment. I'm not doing it. And I got a CDL and everything. I'm not doing it, y'all. It's at night. It's rainy. It's like a night for Halloween, scary and all. Oh, is it loud? Okay, it's super loud. All right, well, that's all the more reason that I don't get it either. These are the questions that I had. Now, I said that I hope that there's not a cell phone involved. I don't know. But very little information out since this morning, but a little bit more.
Audio from moments after the crash, you can also hear what appears to be that air traffic controller saying he made a mistake.
That wasn't good to watch. Yeah, I know I was here. I tried to reach out to my stuff, and we were dealing with an emergency earlier. I messed up. No, man, you did the best you could.
Nah, man, you did the best you could. He did tell him to stop. Now, listen, he did initially give him permission, and then he said, stop. And the fire truck kept going. That's why I'm saying you didn't hear, like y'all are saying, or see that plane coming. That's where my question is. Because if you just heard him say, go, 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 he didn't really say go, 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 but he said you had permission to go. And then he said, stop. How come you wasn't hearing stop?
So, as you mentioned, 2 pilots were tragically killed after the violent collision between the Air Canada plane and a Port Authority fire truck. After the crash, the nose of the aircraft was completely sheared off, and you could see cables and debris hanging from the mangled cockpit. Just feet away, the damaged fire truck lying on its side. Officials say the flight from Montreal was landing at around 11:30 Sunday night when it collided into a fire truck that was responding to another issue. We're told dozens of people were hospitalized and many have since been released, but the Port Authority says serious injuries remain. The 2 people in the fire truck, thankfully, are expected to be okay. Our Fox Weather team has told us there was light.
All right, well, that's one question answered. What happened to the people in the fire truck? You just got hit by a plane. You just got hit by a plane and you're alive, but the 2 pilots are deceased. Nothing but the Lord. Praise the Lord, child. You got hit by a plane, you're still alive, and the people that were in the big-ass protected plane are deceased. Woo!
Rain, fog, and mist at the time of the crash, but nothing else. Aviation experts tell Fox the runways at LaGuardia Airport are difficult to route.
It's incredibly difficult. We have, ground control, air traffic control, 2 different frequencies. And LaGuardia is literally like a maze. I mean, it's almost like the New York City streets. Very, very complex. And LaGuardia is on a very small parcel of property with intersecting runways. I've talked about LaGuardia before. It's a very dangerous airport because...
Woo! Now they trying to say it's dangerous. Listen, we learned this morning that they basically kind of crisscross with regard to how the runways are. So you taking off and you going this way and the other one's crossing over you going that way. Child, that sounds crazy. But New York, this has to have been here for a while. They ain't got it together.
Of the short runways and, all the different taxiways.
There are no flights in or out of LaGuardia today until at least 2 p.m. Eastern, but it could be even later than that if the NTSB needs to finish its investigation. Dana.
Thank you, CB. We appreciate it.
All right. Well, we know that they started having some flights in and out. Pause.
So more on this with former FAA spokesman Scott Brenner. And Scott, welcome to our coverage.
All right. I don't want to hear from Scott. All right. So a question or 2 got answered. Now, Jean Lay said what I was thinking, but I didn't want to say it. I don't like to be suspicious, but I don't know. Something seemed off. Let me tell you what seems off. Y'all are saying that it's loud out there. And I'm out there with a bunch of planes and I'm just in a fire truck. I'm going to have to be looking a little bit. Listen. When I'm on a plane and I'm looking out the window, you see the lights that be flashing, that be getting on your nerves, so you close the cover so you don't have to see it. There lights that just are on different parts of the plane. How do you not see it? You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Is it just me? Shout out to Fa in the building. Shout out to Aliyah. Please make sure you hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new. You would think it would be limited traffic if pandemic is on the ground or the paramedic is on the ground. I don't know what to think. I just hope nobody. The only thing I can think of, honestly, is that you weren't paying attention because somebody was on their phone. Allegedly. Especially you've been out there, you're experienced, there's planes out there. And it's still amazing to me that you get hit by a plane and you're alive, but the people on the plane are deceased. I don't know. But now we're hearing from a passenger, y'all. This says everybody jolted out of their seats. Passenger shares LaGuardia plane collision, child.
Board at the time of the crash was a former News 12 employee.
And she's joining us right now, actually, to talk about what is just such a scary situation. Rebecca LaCourie. Rebecca, thank you so much. I just cannot even imagine. So I will just ask you to describe what those moments were like.
So right before the crash, as we were descending, the flight attendant said something very eerie that I normally have never heard before landing. She said, in case of an emergency landing, do not grab your luggage. And everybody was like, okay. And then as we were descending.
What kind of mess? What? Have y'all ever heard somebody say that before? That sounds crazy. This is crazy. Jean Lay. This is just another one to have questions on what the F.
Flight attendant said something very eerie that I normally have never heard before landing. She said, in case of an emergency landing, do not grab your luggage. And everybody was like, okay. And then as we were descending, we hit a lot of turbulence. So she said, please, everyone, the pilot is saying for everyone to keep your seatbelts on. We're hitting a lot of turbulence. And
No, they don't say that. I've never heard that one time, ever. Turbulence, they say keep the seatbelt on. They keep the seatbelt on sign on if there's turbulence anywhere. Plus, you're required to have your seatbelt on when you're landing anyway. So they'll start cleaning up the plane, and then they'll say it's time for you to put your seatbelts back on because we're preparing for landing. They don't say in case of emergency, don't take your luggage. No, that's weird. That's weird. That doesn't even make sense to me. That's crazy. What the hell?
And then we landed very roughly. It was a rough landing. Like when we landed, everyone felt it. It's just like the plane like jolted, and you heard the pilot try to brake, like he was trying to prevent the collision that occurred. And as you heard the brake, you just, a couple seconds later, it was just a very loud boom, and everybody just jolted out of their seats. People hit their heads. People were bleeding. I was sitting in the emergency row, and I was right next to the emergency exit, but I was waiting for guidance from like flight crew. But that
yes, because they ask you if you are willing to help out in an emergency when an emergency arises. And I'm sorry, I'm not going to help because I got to help myself. I'm just saying. I want to know if people in the emergency seats actually help people in this emergency.
I was waiting for guidance from like flight crew, but that didn't happen because they were in the front of the plane. And as you know, the front of the plane was extremely damaged. I didn't realize that. So I'm asking everyone around me if they're okay. And then one of the passengers screamed to me like, please open the exit door. And I was like, of course. So we opened the exit door.
Child, I would be scared to death. I'm sorry, girl. I'm still on the couch. I'm still in recovery mode on the fact that I should be on a beach right now, but I digress. That sounds crazy. Open the door. I don't even know how to open the door. Look at these pictures. I don't even know how to open the door. Listen, if I'm gonna sit in an emergency row because it's cheaper and there's more room, I might do it. But child, I probably not gonna be helpful during an emergency. I'm just saying.
So I'm asking everyone around me if they're okay. And then one of the passengers screamed to me like, please open the exit door. And I was like, of course. So we opened the exit door, and there was no slide for us.
Did you jump?
A lot of people slid off of the wing of the plane, getting out. And then by the time I got out, there was emergency personnel, and someone was able to assist me sliding off of the wing.
Hold up. Look how high this plane is. Do you see over here is I don't know if you can see the mouse. Over here, it looks like where the emergency door is. So y'all just jumped on out of there and slid down look at that. That damn thing right here. This part of, oh my God, this is the plane where they were at. They're gone. This is where the cockpit was. This is where the cockpit was. This looks like something from Transformers, a movie that Will Smith was in, and it's about to grab you. This is it. This is it. This looks crazy. Oh my God, this sounds crazy. This is even crazier than I thought it would be.
And I got out, there was emergency personnel, and someone was able to assist me sliding off of the wing. And once we got off of the wing, they had us standing next to an emergency vehicle, and that's when we were able to see the extensive damage of the plane, on top of people just like bleeding and bumps and bruises. It was a very harrowing scene. We were all emotional, and it was just very scary. It happened so quickly. But I will say everyone on the plane was helping each other. There was nobody like stampeding over anybody. Everybody collectively worked together to get out of the plane. And I mean, everyone was very traumatized because we know that the pilots unfortunately didn't make it, and the flight attendant was seriously injured, in addition to the fireman in the truck. So it was just a very scary scene. And it was a long night because our flight kept getting delayed for different reasons. We were supposed to depart at 8:30, and then it was like a 15 to 20 minute interval of delays until we finally boarded at around like shortly after 10, and the plane crash happened around like right before 11:30 p.m. And then we were at the airport for quite some time. I didn't get home till close to 5.
Rebecca, obviously you're talking to us now, and we should mention also that Rebecca, when she left News 12, she left to become a nurse. So you are the right person to be in that emergency row. You are the right person to stay calm in that situation. Having said that, are you okay? Are your loved ones okay? Did anyone you know have to go to the hospital? Did anyone get injured that you know?
So I was flying alone. I actually flew to Canada. It was a 1-day trip for my cousin's baby shower. And I was like, okay, I'm going to come home and it's going to be simple. I was able to stay calm in the situation. I didn't realize I had my family members. I had my husband, my mother, and my brother set up as emergency contacts in case anything happens. And my iPhone actually alerted all 3 of them right as the crash happened that they got an emergency text saying Rebecca LaCoury has been detected to be in a crash.
Oh, well, shout out to iPhone. I take everything bad back. I said, let me make sure I get that phone ASAP. Okay. All of a sudden, they just sent out an alert to the family. Something's wrong with your loved. Wow. This is crazy.
They got sent my location. So my husband was actually on the way to come pick me up, and he was calling me after he got the text. And he was like, this is crazy. God wouldn't do this to me. My wife has to be okay. And I wasn't picking up. He called me like 3 to 4 times. But when he called me, it was around the time that I was getting out of the plane. And so by the time I called him back, the only thing I said to him was, yes, I was in a plane crash and I'm safe. Woo. Right now, I am in pain from my neck down to,
of course,
like my knees. My legs are sore. Everything is sore just from the impact of us being thrusted forward. So because I was away from my children, I want to see them before they go to school this morning. And then I'm going to go get checked out at the ER just to make sure everything's okay, because like even breathing is a little painful. I feel bruising from the seatbelt that I had on just from the impact and the seatbelt being just on my skin. So I'm just happy to be alive. I'm thankful that I get to kiss my sons this morning before they go to school. And I just, I wouldn't have never pictured a 1-hour flight that I've done countless times because I have family that lives in Montreal ending like this in such a fatality, and just getting an update that it was the worst plane crash in the last 50 years at LaGuardia. It's like, I came home and I tried to go to sleep, but my heart was racing. So I decided to get up and just get into mom mode and start packing lunch and doing things just to keep my mind busy. Right. Because every time I tried to close my eyes, I could hear the crash. I could hear the other passengers screaming. I could hear everyone asking, are you okay? It just really feels surreal that I survived it and I'm able to come home and just see my family. That's such an underrated blessing that I just feel like I'm very incredibly blessed.
Mm.
Well, Rebecca, I mean, our hearts are racing for you. Everything that you're describing, truly lucky to be alive for sure. Thank you so much for sharing your experience with us.
Rebecca, I just want to say,
oh, that lady sounds like she about to cry too.
From all of us here at News 12 who worked with you over the years, and obviously you need to get checked out and make sure you do that. But we're so happy that you're okay and you are going to be able to be with your family. And everyone still talks so fondly of you here. We understand that you went to a different career, but we miss you. We're glad you're okay. And thank you for joining us. We do.
Of course, I love my News 12 family. I miss you guys. I'm so, this is not the way that I would have wanted to be reunited with you guys, but I am grateful to just, like I said, be alive. That's just the blessing in itself.
John, she about to go back. Whatever it is. Oh, no, she was at a baby shower. I was about to say, whatever career, nursing. She about to be like, nah, I'm coming back. Yeah, make a space for me. So shout out to her for doing this interview. That still sounds crazy. That still sounds crazy. I thought she was in pain. She sounds like might be having some issues for real. I had an accident a couple years ago. I didn't feel it until 2 days later. Sometimes it takes a while. That's true. So she better go to the doctor if she hasn't. All you can do is be blessed. Again, the people in the fire engine should really be down on their knees thanking the Lord, because they got hit by a plane. And they are fine. Let me not say they're fine. Let me not say that they're fine, but they are still here. Let me say it like that. Let me go over to, I just saw a different update. Hold on a second. Right here. Frustrating as hell. Aviation expert furious after deadly crash. Lord.
In the nation still closed at this hour after a deadly plane crash. There's a ground stop still underway at New York's LaGuardia Airport caused by a deadly runway collision. 2 pilots are dead, dozens of passengers injured. And right now, Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy is headed there now as an investigation is underway by the NTSB. And Sean Duffy plans to hold a news conference this afternoon. We will take that live as soon as that happens. This is the Faulkner Focus. I'm Aisha Hasni in for Harris. Well, here's what we know so far about this horrific incident. Just before midnight, an Air Canada jet landed on runway 4 at LaGuardia Airport, slammed right into a fire truck on the tarmac. An air traffic controller can be heard in the moments after that crash where he admits he messed up.
That wasn't good to watch. Yeah, I know I was here. I tried to reach out to my staff, and we were dealing with an emergency earlier. I messed up. No, man, you did the best you could.
There is a lot to investigate at this hour, and video from the scene.
He said that wasn't good to watch. Child, no, it's not good to listen to. I can't even imagine how they feeling.
No, man, you did the best you could.
There is a lot to investigate at this hour, and video from the scene, take a look, shows severe damage to that front of the aircraft where those pilots would have been sitting. The cockpit completely mangled. One passenger shares.
That looks like it's obliterated, and I never use that word, obliterated. Oh, you know what? I know why. I guess it's on its ass, because the wheels that were it's only one wheel in the front. That's gone. All right, so then now it makes sense. Now that I'm seeing it a little bit in the light.
What happened during that terrifying moment?
As we were arriving, we came down really hard, and then we stopped really quickly, and then about 2 seconds later, we just had an absolute slam. Everybody was flying everywhere. I mean, the plane started veering off left and right. I remember looking behind me after we got off, and there was some guy who was just the blood coming off of his face, and it was a lot of people got pretty hurt.
Well, it is causing a ripple effect. According to FlightAware, more than half of today's flights into and out of LaGuardia have been disrupted. Take a look at that on your screen there. Officials say the airport will not reopen until about 2 o'clock this afternoon or so. So far, nearly 600 flights canceled. 30 are delayed. We are covering this breaking story from all the angles. Former NTSB board member and aviation safety expert John Gaglia is with me soon. We begin, though, with CB Cotton. She is live on the ground at LaGuardia Airport in New York City with the very latest on this investigation. Hi, CB.
Hey, Aisha. Well, as we wait for Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy to join NTSB investigators here on the...
Oh, by the way, if you can see down here in the corner, the stock market is up.
We've learned from the FAA that last night's staffing here at LaGuardia will be a part of the investigation. Meanwhile, President Donald Trump has also weighed in on this deadly crash.
Terrible. They made a mistake. It's a dangerous business. That's terrible.
The crushed Air Canada plane is still on the runway. Its nose sheared off from the collision with the Port Authority fire truck that was responding to an odor with a United flight. In audio before the crash, it appears an air traffic controller gives the fire truck permission to cross before frantically telling the truck to stop.
Mm-hmm. Truck 1 and Company, LaGuardia Tower. Truck 1 and Company. Truck 1 and Company, LaGuardia Tower, requesting to cross Fort at Delta. Truck 1 and Company, cross Fort Delta. Truck 1 and Company, Fort at Delta. Frontier 4195 to stop there, please. Stop.
2 pilots were tragically killed in the crash just before midnight. Cables and debris were left hanging from a mangled cockpit, and just feet away, the damaged fire truck lying on its side. This morning, Canadian investigators are working closely with the NTSB to determine what went wrong. There are no flights in or out of LaGuardia Airport today until at least 2 p.m. Eastern, but that could last even later if the agency is still continuing its investigation. Aisha.
Okay, CB Cotton live for us at LaGuardia. CB, thank you. Let's go to John Golia, former NTSB board member, aviation safety expert, and former airline mechanic. Great to have you on the program, John. You know, the NTSB is very good at figuring this out, right down to the very minute details. From where we are sitting right now, based on what we've seen and heard, it sounds like things went awry at the tower.
It certainly sounds like the air traffic controller made a mistake. But it's going to go a lot deeper than that, because if what we're hearing is true, that he was the only one in the tower and he was working two positions.
Oh, what? I guess he could hear that. Oh my God. Wasn't there an issue at some point about air traffic controllers and not being enough, or they were fired or something like that? Wasn't that a thing recently? I didn't realize that's what it was, child. Doing two positions? What the fuck?
At the tower.
It certainly sounds like the air traffic controller made a mistake. But it's going to go a lot deeper than that, because if what we're hearing is true, that he was the only one in the tower and he was working two positions, just like the controller in Washington National a year ago, when is the FAA going to learn that when you have busy airports, you keep the position staffed? It's frustrating as hell to be an investigator, both from the NTSB and sit out here as a private citizen now and have to see these things go over and over and over. The FAA has got to do something. And I'm anxious to hear what the Transportation Secretary says today. And you're right, the NTSB will pick this one apart piece by piece.
We are too, and we'll bring that press conference to you live as soon as it happens. Take us inside the cockpit. You know, you feel for these pilots who, I can't imagine, they must have seen that truck on the tarmac. But at that point, they're coming in fast.
It's their landing speed. They're probably 100 miles an hour when they touch down. And that's only a third of the way down the runway. So they were still going quite fast. And have that truck come in from the side and at a 90 degree, it's like an intersection accident in your automobile. Only one car's going very fast. So, and you know, those poor pilots suffered because they saw it coming.
Wow. How much did weather, do you think, have to do with this? It was a little misty, maybe some fog. How much did that have to do, you think?
It doesn't appear to be a player here yet, but it could have been a factor. It could have been a factor. You know, one of the things that the cockpit on the airplane is a nice big bright light on the nose landing gear. And that was missed by the people in the fire truck. So there's a lot of things to look at here. There's the human factors inside the truck, human factors inside the tower cab, as well as operational procedures that may have been violated both in the truck and in the cab, tower cab. So the NTSB human factors people will be very busy, and the timeline in this is going to be very important as well. So they'll spend a great deal of time, NTSB time, determining just what happened down to the nanosecond if they need to.
You know,
damn, everybody is at fault. So the people in the tower, of course, or the person in the tower, if it's only one person, then the people on the fire truck, because he just said that the nose has a big ass light on it. And then whatever procedure was or was not going on the inside, which if you put that with the Channel 12 lady who was saying that the attendant was saying, oh, if something should happen, she ain't saying it like that, but this is how I hear it in my head. If something should happen, don't take your luggage, child. What? Girl, what? Girl, what? Child, this is half damn crazy. Come on, child, speak more.
Looking at the scene at LaGuardia Airport, it's just a horrific scene. I mean, it's just a mangled mess, this airplane. But we talked about how the things that were happening in the tower are extremely important to investigate too. Walk me through what the NTSB has been doing this morning and what they will be doing to come to a determination on what exactly was the mistake here.
Well, before the NTSB even left Washington, they were starting to gather the tapes, all the conversation between the tower and the ground. So they'll sequester all of that material. They will dispatch somebody at 11:30 last night, guaranteed there was somebody, there's an office in New York, so there's somebody from the NTSB was on their way there well before midnight. And the team will come up from Washington today, they're already there, I'm sure, and they'll start going through, talking to everybody that saw it, they'll talk to the passengers, they'll go just down the line. The NTSB, as many other organizations that do safety accident investigations around the world, we have a set of procedures. It's a very thorough set that's been developed over years and years and years. So they will just follow all those steps, even though some of it you may say, is that important? But they will look at the maintenance of the airplane. They will look at the brakes on the airplane. So they're going to look at every piece using this syllabus, this training, this document that they have. Follow step by step by step. And oftentimes I hear people, why are they looking at that? But it's just, you never know where you're going to find a contributing factor. So you have to go through every single piece until you can answer, it wasn't involved, it wasn't involved, it wasn't involved.
Okay. All right, we'll wait to find out what that investigation results in. John Golia, thank you so much for your insights.
Well, yeah, thanks, John, because you definitely have shed some light over here. Wow. Yeah, this is getting crazier and crazier. We got to follow this and see what's going to happen. And yes, there is definitely some lawsuits. And should it come from Air Canada or what is it, the FAA, I guess? Because if there's only one air traffic controller, that's an issue. How come the fire truck people didn't see that the plane was coming? And then he said that something could quite possibly have been going wrong inside of the plane. Too many questions, child. Too many questions. All right. Well, I feel like that's the most up-to-date information that I have found anyway, y'all. All right. So let's go and talk about, well, first, this how travelers weigh options as airport lines worsen. I think you were saying that Big Boy is about to take the plane. You will be fine. You will be fine. You will be fine. If I got to get to California, I'm not driving. So the plane it is. The plane it is. Boss, the plane, the plane. Y'all know that?
It's bananas, especially when you think about how far some of these cities are. When you think of places like Tampa or Charlotte or even Cincinnati, some of those places are only 4 to 7 hours driving away. So if you factor in the time it takes you to get to the airport, a 4 to 5 hour security line, and then another hour and a half flight, a lot of those driving options are actually quicker than flying is right now. I went to the airport earlier and we were just speaking with people in line. A lot of them said, you know, I missed my flight yesterday. I'm taking no chances today. One girl said she was on her way to Tampa. She showed up at noon. Her flight isn't until 7 o'clock tonight. She could have driven to Tampa in that time. But, you know, the rental car prices are insane right now because everyone's trying to look at that option. So she said, I'm here 7 hours early. I'm going to hope.
Oh, so now they're going to gouge us at the, at this, child, whatever, what is it? At the rental car business now. Then you got to get the gas that I've been informed is about to raise even more by dollar amounts. I can't take it. Stay home, child. Stay home.
Hopefully make it through security today. I'm hopefully going to get on my flight, but if not, I'm going to drive because again, that 6-7 hour drive to Tampa isn't looking too bad when it's 7 hours early for her just in security alone.
I love that you broke down all of the different ways to travel. In your mind, as you're looking at all these different options, what makes the most sense for people who are just not willing to wait in these long lines at the airport?
Well, it really depends on where you're trying to go if you're trying to make a round trip. A lot of these rental car prices are for one way. It's going to be $300 to $400 because a lot of these people came to Atlanta. Now they're stuck here. So they're just trying to look for ways home. The bus is very, very cheap if you're not willing to go on the bus. There's also the Amtrak train to certain places. It's quicker to get on the train to Charlotte overnight right now than it is to wait in these lines for security. So it really just depends on what option you're comfortable with and what might work best for your family. Of course, if you're comfortable taking your own car out of town, that's probably one of the quickest, easiest, and most efficient ways to get around right now. But for people heading there, it's worth looking at all those options, especially if it's in that 6-7 hour drive range, because by the time you factor in the flight time, those wait times, it might just not be worth it.
I can't decide whether or not my husband and I have lost our minds. We're going to New York this summer, and we actually looking at everything that's happening right now. We're like, do we just drive to New York? I mean, it's like, it's 4 hours, but it might be worth it at this point. What are you hearing from travelers as they're making those decisions?
Well, one traveler I spoke to earlier, he said he and his family are supposed to go up to Chicago this weekend. They said they're actually going to stop halfway at some relative's house to kind of break up the drive. But that way they can still make the drive. They can get there this weekend, but they just don't want to deal with the headache, making it a bit of a road trip. So if you're up for more of an adventure to get to New York this summer, a road trip definitely sounds like one way to do it. But hopefully this will get resolved by then. We just don't know when. And of course, we know a lot of these TSA agents have quit, not just called out as well. So we don't know what the long-term effects will be, even when they are passing a funding bill.
Yeah, that's such a good point. Nobody knows when this is going to end. When you were at the airport this morning, did you see any of the ICE officers that we now know are deployed towards Field Jackson?
We saw a handful of them just kind of crowd control, directing traffic. There are so many people just trying to get those lines under control. You know, on the Delta side of the airport, they had Delta employees everywhere saying, pre-check this way, clear is closed. If your Sky Priority, come this way, kind of directing traffic over there. Then on the other side, you had the actual.
Oh, I told y'all there was no one directing anyone anywhere. So it was a free-for-all. So that's positive.
Airport employees trying to direct traffic. So the ICE agents were just kind of mixed in with the crowd, but the airport, Delta, everyone is really going all in to try and help make this as efficient as possible.
Man, I know this is such a nightmare for so many people traveling. Grace, thanks so much for giving all of those different options. I think it's so important that people look at all of those because it's so uncertain what it's going to look like. Thank you so much, Grace.
Grace, keep it together. Thanks, girl. So that was the ATL. I told y'all. I only got one screen. I'm on the couch. So she said at that time, what time was this? It looks like, what time was this? 2 hours ago. My, how things have changed. But this happened last night. Okay, so it says federal officers detain woman at San Francisco International Airport. So the way it's been presented is that, oh, look, ICE has already started with their bullshit, basically, on the blogs, which I'll show you in a second. But this had happened last night, so it kind of just coincides. And of course, ICE is always wrong and everyone else is right.
Now to breaking news closer to home.
Oh, they took the video down. What the fuck? Oh my God, y'all. This is a news program. This is NBC Bay Area. That's all right, because they got it over here on the blogs because I was going there next. Oh my goodness, why are they taking it down? All right, we're gonna play it here. Woo, Lord help your people. Okay, so it says already starting, ICE agents detain mother at airport traveling with her young daughter and refuse to show identification. You could be kidnapping her. So this is ICE at SFO, which is San Francisco Airport, gate E2, 322. So this happened last night.
What's your name? Show the badge. Where's the badge?
Where's your badge?
Can someone call 911? Where's your badge? Can I see? Let me see your badge.
Okay.
Can I see your badge? I don't know if that's legitimate. Can I see your badge number, sir? What is your name? What is your name? Where's your badge number?
Child, they got the right person.
I'm asking for your badge number, sir. What is your badge number? What is your badge number? We need to see your badge number. Show your badge number. This is an illegal arrest. Show the badge number.
Okay. Why aren't they in their what is it called? Their uniforms or whatever.
I need to see your badge
Step
number.
back, step back.
I don't know who you are. You could be someone kidnapping her.
We should call the police.
What's your name? Can show the badge. Where's the badge?
Where's your badge?
Can someone call 911?
Do they have badges, y'all? I don't know. I don't know if they do or not. But where is the thing that's the green stuff and all that type of stuff? Where is that at? Okay, it's not just me. Yeah, where the uniform at? But what if it's not ICE? Like, where's the uniform at? There's no uniform. What does that even say in black? This says ICE agents are already acting crazy at those airports. Now, first of all, this happened last night. And second of all, how do we know that it is ICE like they're saying? But of course, let's just go ahead and say it's ICE. ICE is usually in their uniform, aren't they? Anybody, Bueller? Anyway. This is crazy. And this is in California. Just FYI. But you know what they're saying in the comments. And they clearly stated that ICE agents shouldn't be messing with them immigrants. When they say that? Can we start the revolution already? Okay, but why did she refuse to show her identification though? Who? Like, those agents literally be looking for a reason. Why give it to them? But they are the kidnappers. on this episode of Pretends to be Shocked. I thought they was required to not perform identification checks. They always lied. Trump just said ICE was going to be placed with TSA too. This is why I get so angry to this day at people who voted for Trump. I don't give a F if you regret it or not. All people who voted for Trump got blood on their hands. Did y'all hear that, Trump voters? Did y'all hear that, Trump voters? Y'all got blood on y'all's hands. This is all y'all's fault, okay? Now, look, again, this was before they were deployed, so I don't even know if this is accurate, and they always have uniforms on from when I see it. But this is all y'all's fault, okay? Anyway. All right, well, that's the blogs. So, of course, you know they're going to put this out here with the quickness, and it's always Donald Trump's fault. Speaking of, it says immigration officers seen at O'Hare and Trump's deployment to airports.
To some of the nation's busiest airports today to help ease some of the long wait lines at security checkpoints. WGN's Christine Forrest is live at O'Hare, where immigration agents may be stationed. Christine.
Well, Lourdes, good morning. We're currently at Terminal 3. We've made our way through Terminals 1 and 2, and I can tell you security checkpoint lines at this time look much like the one you're seeing here behind us. Not much of a line, moving along pretty smoothly. Something busier airports across the country can't say is happening there. Something we've also noticed here is the presence of ICE agents at Terminal 3. This video you're about to see is from Atlanta's airport, where you can see the security checkpoint line wrapping around several times inside, even outside into the parking lot.
Okay, look.
This also includes a long
Look,
line.
hold on. Look.
Several times inside, even outside.
Clearly. Got their police ICE on, they weapons on. Those other people ain't have shit. How you gonna just blame it on that? Say, oh, it's ICE. They starting their ish already. Now, what if they? I was just about to say this. Well, what if they're the paid actors? It's not just biatches. I call bullshit on that damn story. Yo, they starting all fucking ready, and it's worked, y'all. It's worked. I'm telling you. I was just on the phone with someone talking about this mess where they was just like, I just think that they shouldn't be taking people and they should have to show their faces. And I'm like, well, they got to show their faces in the airport. We already know they got to show their faces. But when people start harassing them, what about that? When people start going at them, what about that? Nobody thinks about that part. Well, they shouldn't be able to do this. Well, was y'all upset when they was doing it with Obama? I think you was not. Well, I don't like when they take kids. Well, I remember kids in cages. Like, there's always a refute. There's always an excuse. Those people weren't real. Them people from the other thing, they couldn't have been real. Now look at these dudes. They was told they can't cover up, which makes sense. They're on the inside. For them to say that they can't cover up on the outside in the freezing ass, cold ass, -0 temperatures in Minneapolis is crazy. Wow. Interesting.
Side into the parking lot. This also includes a long line to simply check in luggage. Also being seen at airports across the
Not another one. Police ICE right on the front.
country is the presence of Border Patrol agents at TSA checkpoints.
Another
Officials
set.
point to their deployment being caused by lack
They looking good too. Love a man in uniform. Hey, boo.
of funding for TSA staff. President Donald Trump and border czar Tom Homan weighed in on the deployment and the presence of these agents at area airports. Now, they're already being seen this morning in Atlanta, Newark, and Houston.
I want to thank ICE because they stepped in so strongly. They'll do great. And if that's not enough, I'll bring in the National Guard.
There are roles we can play to release TSA officers from the non-significant roles, such as guarding an exit, so they can get back to the scanning machines and move people quicker.
Now, President Donald Trump did say that ICE agents that are being seen at area airports and even those across the country will not be wearing any masks. Now, what is not clear is their exact timeline and how long their presence will be at airports. For now,
Y'all till he say they gotta go. They all 40 and up because you know them Z's don't work. Come on now. You know them Z's don't work. They need you all to make $1 million, okay? For the women's anyway. Don't act like you don't know. You know. Don't act new now. Shout out to Switchblade. Shout out to all of y'all. Hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new. All right, so it starts. So over here by the New York Post, it says, watch unmasked ICE agents get hounded at airports after being deployed to clear TSA crisis. What are you taking pictures of them for? What are they, famous? What are they, famous? So now paparazzi is up in here. Hold on a second, because freaking StreamYard is StreamYard. And hold on. Of course. All right.
Don't be nice.
They trying to go to the bathroom and you want to hound them, and they trying to go poop?
You got to go on that side?
Well, that's just trying to get away. So that this is crazy, y'all. Oh, but ICE is the problem.
Hey, come on, baby. Hey, come on, Nick.
They're just trying to get away from them so that they don't stand there taking a picture and you staring in their face and then try to figure out who the hell it is that they are. And then they will turn around and say, look what they did. Look what they did. Well, look at what they're doing. Well, look at what the hell it is that they're doing. What are they doing this for? Child, I cannot. Shout out to Lawrence. Thank you so much, Boo, as always. I appreciate you. Amazing, 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 as always, support. I can't hardly see. Auntie, you have to keep in mind. Also, you have perpetrators pretending to be ICE. That's what I think happened the night before, for sure. Especially after, I'm like, they always got uniforms on. It always says ICE, police, ICE, or whatever it is. Now, all of a sudden, they just in the airport the night before, mind you, and they just upholding some damn woman. And then people just fall for it without thinking, you know what? Where is the uniform? Where is the uniform? Military, etc. Stolen valor. You have military surplus off base selling military and law equipment. What the hell? We had several incidents when I was in. We had to recover stolen equipment. Paid actors. Well, it's not even like they had anything but a sweatshirt or a sweatsuit outfit on, all black. And just because whoever said that that's what it was, then that's what it is, with no thought about it whatsoever. Wow, that is crazy. That is crazy. Anyway, thank you so much, hon. I appreciate you. Y'all make sure you hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new. Shout out to all the members and members only chat. Thank you so much, y'all. I appreciate your support.
Y'all want a picture that bad? That's what our job. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. ICE agents in an airport.
There they go. Exactly. Just like I said. There they go. ICE agents in an airport. No respect whatsoever. Let them do their job. No, you're starting to instigate and be annoying AF. And then when something jumps off, they'll say that it was, look what they do, look what they do. This is the same thing as what kids do. This is the same thing that like kids do. So you want to go and cause chaos so that you can then say, see, and forget the fact that you're the reason why that this is happening. You are the reason why that this is turning into a shit show. You are the problem here. And how the hell are they even allowed in here if you don't? Let me think. So you can't get past the gate. So I guess they can be in here just being chaotic. You don't need a boarding pass or anything in order to just walk around before you get past TSA. So I guess they can just be walking around. So it's all okay for people to just be in here that you know are not catching a flight. You know they're not here to go anywhere. They're just here to cause problems. So allow them to be in here causing problems because those are civilians, right? They can just be in here just to be pains in the asses and following these people. Child. But that's not how they see it. They just will be like, oh, this is Donald Trump's fault. No, it's you dumb MFers that think that you run something. It's you people that just want to cause trouble for causing trouble's sake so that you can then turn around and say, see, even though you're the actual problem. Leave those people alone. Leave those people alone. No. Freaking LTMs and LWWs always got to cause a problem and then act like they're the innocents. F y'all. F y'all.
Hey, I'm calling.
Just standing there, just recording these people for what purpose? For nothing. Y'all, this is ridiculous. They gotta be walking like they're red. Look at this asshole. Is this not harassment at some point? Is this not harassment at some point? Are they celebrities? Are they the Tom Holman or something? Just run around and just all this time? For no other reason than, okay, you're the ICE people. We know you're going to do something wrong, so we'll just stare at you all day and have a camera in your face and record you all day. Y'all, mess around with the right people if you want to. Thank you, Fa. He said, upon just 2 minutes of research, I've discovered that video was not of ICE. ICE has been deployed to only 13 major airports, and San Francisco was not one of them. Thank you, boo. Exactly. Exactly. So it was a setup. It was bullshit. And you see who ran with it? The blogs. And you see who follows it? Coloreds. I'm not saying that nobody else does, but that's why I wanted to point it out on the that's why I had that daggone thing, because I was looking at it like, because we've been talking about it, I'm like, they're not even supposed to be there till tomorrow. So how did this happen the night before? But those people won't look into shit, right? They just going to go ahead and believe blogs run by tethers, mind you, and whatever they say goes. See, blood is on your hand. Everybody that voted for Trump, this is all y'all's fault. You don't know. Like, y'all, they don't even have uniforms on, so y'all don't think for shit. So honestly, at the end of the day, Americans just do not use their brains, huh? Americans just do. Oh, you're right, Reaper. You are absolutely right. That's why the newscast brought it down, but it's too late. It's already out there because it was going to run real quick. But do they get held accountable? No. Do they have to put a retraction out would be the question. Probably not. Do you think that the blogs are looking into it like Fod just did and going to come back and be like, no, y'all, that wasn't true? These assholes ain't looking into nothing. Those jackasses aren't like watching these videos to see what's going on, to listen to what the plan is, to see what's going to happen. They didn't get there until today. So whatever happened last night was some bullshit. But yeah, just blame ICE because y'all so fucking incensed and you do no research. You don't think anything through. Just listen to blogs. This is reason 55,000,001 why black people will continue to be at the bottom of shit because you're being led by people that don't give a damn about you. But y'all keep listening to them. Keep being led while you think you're so damn smart. And yes, I'm talking to black people because I'm black. Shout out to everybody that is here. You're being led by a blog. You're using an entertainment site to give you fucking news. Child, keep being where you are. So now y'all think it's okay to harass these people. Let's go to the ATL. It says they're here, they're not helping. Travelers speak out about ICE agents at Jackson Hartsfield.
Right now at noon, ICE agents are in Atlanta deployed to the world's busiest airport under the direction of President Donald Trump and the Department of Homeland Security. Thanks for being with us. I'm Brooks Baptiste. It's been another day of chaos at Hartsfield Jackson Atlanta International, with thousands of travelers waiting up to 4 hours just to get through security this morning. Atlanta News First reporter Mary Kate Hamilton has been there all morning and all day long. And Mary Kate, certainly different to see those armed officers there this morning.
That's right, Brooks, and that really has been the biggest difference this morning. The lines still remained long. However, ICE agents, Homeland Security investigations officers, the Atlanta SWAT team, Atlanta police officers, and of course, airport security, all a big force here this morning. And I spent the morning talking with travelers about the long wait times and the added law enforcement.
Oh, look at that, a uniform. Wow. Immigration and Customs Enforcement. Imagine that.
ICE agents and Homeland Security investigations officers arrived to Hartsfield Jackson Atlanta International Airport this morning. The Department of Homeland Security finalized a plan overnight to deploy them to airports nationwide, aimed at supporting TSA operations during the shutdown and easing security backups. But at ATL today, travelers say they're not seeing an impact.
But they're here, they're not helping. I mean, but I didn't expect them to either. What was their job? They can't do anything to help people through. They're not trained in it.
Lines stretched outside the terminal, some waiting more.
Yeah, he's not wrong about that, though. Like, come on now. He's really not wrong about that.
More than an hour just to get inside. Airport officials advise travelers to arrive at least 4 hours before departure. Airport workers now on the 4th day of mass security backups are feeling the burden.
There's a lot of chaos in here. I can't maneuver through this. I don't know what to do.
When ICE come, I don't know. I was going to turn out. Hope there's no chaos.
Traveler Amy Schwartz worries the added law enforcement presence could raise tensions.
TSA workers need the help, but ICE isn't the answer. I think just the mass of people. I think there's just always tension already, and to turn around and throw ICE in it when everything's happening around the our states and everything, I think just bad energy, honestly.
And frustration continues to
she had a ring in her nose.
Build, with some travelers calling on the government to reopen as the partial federal government shutdown stretches into its 37th day.
Yeah, it's unacceptable. I mean, you just need Congress to get up, and do their jobs, but they've never really done their jobs the past number of years, so I don't
I agree with him again.
Expect it to improve.
And the line still long here this afternoon. If you can believe it, this is a little bit of a break from what we saw this morning. At one point, the lines were so long this morning that airport workers were handing out bottled water. I've also spoken with some travelers who say instead of trying to rebook a flight after missing it because of long security lines, they're simply going to drive across the country. A big question I've received from travelers while walking through the airport, they're asking me, how long is this going to last? That's an answer we do not have. Reporting live at Hartsfield Jackson.
Who in the hell asked the news reporter how long this was going to last? Who in the hell? Child, are these people not paying attention? Child, are these people, are they really here? Why are you asking the news media girl? She don't know shit. Don't you know what's going on? How long is this going to last? Where did brain activity go, y'all? What in the world? They got the water boys in. They got the water boys inside of the airport, child. I cannot. This is ridiculous. Let's hear what Tom has to say. This is from 2 hours ago. Border Czar Tom Homan on the role of ICE agents at airports. All right, let's see. Let's hear it again, child.
Boarding pass. President Trump executes an unprecedented expansion of ICE presence at our airports to help with those long security lines amid the partial government shutdown. But that's not all they'll be doing. If you are going to expand, is that because of the heightened security threat that we're living in now?
Part of it, yes. We're in a heightened security threat. So yeah, we're working very closely with the FBI, Department of Intelligence, and intelligence communities, looking for those people that enter the country illegally that pose a serious threat to our national security. Look, under the Biden administration, we had over 10 million illegal aliens coming to the border. We know we got 2.1 known gotaways.
That is true. That is true.
Known because they're caught on video, drone traffic, or sensor traffic. People who entered the country illegally, weren't arrested, weren't vetted, weren't fingerprinted. They paid more to the criminal cartels to get away. Now, why did 2.1 million people pay more to get away? Why didn't they pay a lesser fee, turn themselves in at Border Patrol, get released within 24 hours, get a free airline ticket to the city of their choice, get a free hotel room, get 3 squares a day, and get work authorization in 3 or 4 months when they play the system, right? Why did 2.1 million people pay more not to take advantage of that free giveaway program? That scares the hell out of me. It should scare the hell out of every American. We're focusing right now with the intelligence community, the FBI, DOJ, with HSI and ICE, trying to locate these people. And again, it's a lot of work. We've already removed thousands of them, but a lot more we got to find. So yes, on the heightened security threat assessment right now, we got to do more of that work, and that's exactly what we're doing, working very closely with the FBI.
All right. I want to talk more about the funding negotiations. You're working on these, clearly. We've established that. There are reports that Senate Majority Leader John Thune came to the president yesterday with a deal that would have funded all of DHS except for ICE. The president apparently said no. Was that the deal?
Well, look, I'm not going to get ahead of the president on that. I know there's meetings every day. I'm having meetings today on that exact issue. So I won't get ahead of the president, but there have been...
Yeah, he said, I'm not breaking no information out to y'all.
And several people come with several different agreements. Well, that's the president's decision, and I'm meeting again today with the president and members of the Senate. So look, we're going to keep working on this administration.
I want Tom to go in there and lay the heavy hand down and make them do what needs to be done.
Been pushing pretty hard on getting the government back open. I've been up there almost every day last week. My role is to explain to them what ICE does, what Border Patrol does, and how we do it. I'm also pushing, as I said before, trying to explain to them this isn't about changing policy. The same policy has been in existence for 6 presidents. This is about how we execute those policies, how we execute that mission. So we're having great conversations. We're not there yet, but we'll keep having those conversations with members of Congress, both on...
Oh, well, look at that. Uniforms. Wow. Interesting how that works. Retraction.
Both sides. And I'll continue to speak to the president. I speak with him just about every day. We'll get to a good place. But bottom line is this. In this increased threatened environment we have right now, the last thing anybody should be doing is not funding the Department of Homeland Security. It's just not a good call. We're going to try to get it back open as soon as we can.
I've been talking to a lot of TSA agents, not just
here on my show, but I've been traveling through the airports and I've talked to them right there on the job. And they've said to
Girl, they got shit to do. They don't have time to talk to you.
me that this deployment is being used as leverage in shutdown negotiations, and they're paying the price for it, that a lot of them can't even put food on the table, Tom, for their families. What do you say to those agents that say that DHS funding and the salaries of everyday TSA officers are just being used as leverage here?
Then they need to call the members of Congress, especially Democratic representatives, who refuse to open the government up. They're being punished.
Is anyone doing that, Bueller? Is anybody calling their representatives? Because this is what I keep saying when I had these conversations with people, right? I'm like, who you need to be mad at the end of the day are all these Congress people, because if Trump is doing all this shit that he is not allowed to do legally, what the fuck do we need them for if they just gonna allow it to happen, Bueller? Like, they can't do anything? They're not gonna come together? They're not gonna come and try to say something or do something? They just gonna get on Twitter? They just gonna get on the news and talk and yap and say it's not my fault? Like everybody should be upset by all of them, honestly, because they just full of shit. They just over there acting like they outraged or whatever, saying whatever they say, and then they go back and they get paid. Now, lest we not forget, just like Big Boy says that Tom Homan did work for Obama. I think he gave him a medal as well, but they're not going to put that stuff out there. They're not going to put that on the blogs, and I have a feeling they're not going to retract. But if it was something stupid about Lotto or 21 Savage or any of them crazy at Krishan Rock, they would retract that in a heart damn beat, child. You can't make this shit up.
By what some on the left want to do to ICE. They want to handcuff ICE to legislating policy changes. That is ridiculous. And now the Republican administration didn't go after Joe Biden's administration, try to legislate through the appropriation process that you shouldn't have an open border and they should detain criminals. I mean, this isn't a proper venue to do this, but all the blame here is on the Democratic Party, who chose to punish TSA officers and Coast Guard officers.
Oh, look at that. Shout out to FA. So the ICE agents are at Chicago, O'Hare, Cleveland Hopkins, whatever, Hartsfield Jackson, William Hobby, Bush, JFK, LaGuardia, Louis Armstrong, Luis Munoz Marin. Where the hell is that at? Oh, Puerto Rico. Oh, sorry. Newark, Philly, Phoenix Sky, Pittsburgh, Southwest Florida International. Nowhere on here is there San Francisco. Shout out to the San Francisco treat. If you know, you know. You think the neighborhood house or neighborhood talk and the rest of them, because if one posted, the rest of them posted it. You think you're going to put this there? You think they're going to put this up to let them know? I'm thinking no. Child, I be saying this shit. Y'all don't be looking in the, not y'all, you know what I'm saying. Y'all don't be looking in the shit. You be allowing people to fucking lead your ass. We come to conclusions by watching all this shit. You can't just watch one thing. You got to look at all of it and come up with a freaking conclusion, a deduction. Child, I'm over it.
FEMA people and CISA, because they don't like immigration enforcement. They don't like the fact that President Trump was elected in the Oval Office to enforce immigration law and secure the border. They don't like it. This is about hating Trump more than they love America. That's about hating Trump more than they care about the safety and security of this country. We're not going to let them win that issue. So I agree. TSA agents, they're in a bad position. They got families too. My heart breaks for them. President Trump right now knows they're overwhelmed, and we're bringing them help to put us in whatever position they need to lighten the load on them and move American people through the lines faster. That's what we're doing. That's what the president's doing for them. And the president is trying, I'm trying every day up on Capitol Hill to try to get the Democrats to not punish TSA, open this government up so these men and women who stand in that line every day get paid.
And you know, Democrats are asking for reforms like limits on ICE tactics, more accountability, including an end to ICE officers wearing masks.
You hear that, Democrats, who is saying that this is all Donald Trump's fault, of course. They trying to play hardball, of which they don't know how to do, mind you. and they want all these changes at the sacrifice of TSA. It's them that want the changes at the sacrifice of TSA and your families and what you can't pay and people having to quit, which is going to F us all for those of us that travel, which is going to F us all, because then this is not going to, even if they said tomorrow this is a done deal, it's not going to just get back to normal. They said it's a job that got to be taught. So, well, it's people who have quit, and they're allegedly already trying to act like you need to have proof if you're going to call out sick and all that type of stuff. So that's kind of sounding like retaliation. But if you left, they might not want you to come back because they're going to say, well, you knew what the job was. We couldn't count on you and you have to leave. I'm just saying, they said most of the more experienced people had to go, which I don't blame them. But this is the job. This is how it works. This is what they can expect. Just like when I was telling you about my family trying to act like someone should deter my nephew from going into the military, which I thought was pretty disrespectful. Like, he doesn't know what the hell it is that he's doing with his grandfather and his mom both being military veterans. Everybody think they know what everybody should do. I don't see no Democrats having a problem with these people with their cameras up in these daggone people's faces. Where they at on that? Where they at on that? Where they at on what happened in San Francisco last night, knowing damn well that those people didn't even look like they was daggone TSA agents? That's the first thing we fucking said. That's the first thing we said. Shout out to FA for proving it. And now they gave us the damn list. But they still just going to go along with whatever narrative that they want to. Damn the truth. Damn what's really true. And just go along with whatever makes them feel good and makes them think that they're right at the end of the damn day. That's really what's going on.
Been asked by the president not to wear masks at airports, but said they should keep wearing them elsewhere. If you're able to operate without masks at airports, can you do that in the rest of the country, Tom?
Look, I don't like the mask issue either. I mean, I don't like it. But those same members are asking us to take off the mask are the same people who compare ICE to the Nazis and the secret police and the Gestapo. And, stop the rhetoric. I said from day one, back in March, the hateful rhetoric is causing the attacks on ICE and the threats on ICE and the doxing of not only the ICE agents, but their spouses and children, me included. I'll accept that because of who I am. But the same people who want to attack ICE and compare them to the Nazis want us to take the mask off. So what I say to them is what I've been saying in the past week. Stop the...
Exactly. Thank you. So, which is the people who are running around following them in a damn airport and recording them for no reason. So God forbid if something should happen to them or any of those families of those two gentlemen that we saw them following, those particular people that are recording them should be held accountable. Let's remember that. God forbid that something happens to them. Make sure they know that those particular people, which there's cameras obviously all over airports, but that they were following them and recording them for no specific reason except to be the jackasses that they are, so they can continue with this damn rhetoric, so they can allegedly get their way because it's only about what they think. That's the part that always drives me crazy that people don't seem to see. Just because they think it. These are the same people that think that it's okay to bring in drag queens into your kids' school, and y'all okay with that shit. Y'all ain't got no problem with that shit. Y'all don't even think things through of what it is that you're saying. And I'm talking about anybody that's working towards being against the damn ICE and impeding what it is that they're doing and thinking that you know better about illegals here. Let them stay. And when you don't get your damn benefit because they get it, shut the fuck up. How about that? We don't want to hear it. Y'all go ahead. Especially, and I'm talking to black people right now, okay? Because you know damn well they're not going to go and be placed into Martha's Vineyard. You know damn well they're not going to go and be placed to wherever Gracie Mansion is, which is where the mayor lives in New York City. You know damn well they're not going to be over there in Beverly damn Hills in California. So where do y'all think that they're going to be while you sit here and fight for people that wouldn't lift a finger to help you? That's the part that I never understood as well. Y'all be out here. Remember when this first started, y'all? Remember when this shit first started, right? And damn soda. And the black people were saying, this is not our fight. Black people, stay out of it. The 92%, stay out of it. This is not our fight. Stay out of it. This is not our fight. Remember? Then all of a sudden, something happened to Renee, what's her name? Then all of a sudden, black people want to get involved. For fucking what? Why? Why come? Y'all said it's not y'all's fight, remember? And I say y'all because I'm not in this shit. Y'all said that's not your fight, remember? But then y'all jump in, and then you got the Black Lives Matter lady running on out here because it's for attention, because they trying to get up on something, allegedly, in my opinion, right? Got to be seen. We're going to take advantage. This is the same thing as just saying getting clicks, likes, and views, right? So you can get your stature up, okay? Because initially it was black people, this is not our issue. Black people, this is not our issue. Then you jump your punk asses in like you always do. You jump your punk asses in like you always do. Then you get Don Lemon on the scene. Then y'all bum rushing y'all asses up into church, and y'all know damn well that we don't do that mess. You remember that person that came over there to Jamal Bryant's church? That dude that was over there, whatever he was chanting, they got him on up out of there, right? You don't belong here. Oh, but Don Lemon and the Black Lives Matter lady can run on up into those people's churches down there and damn soda, and it was all good. Okay, you see your hypocrisy? You see hypocrisy? It takes me a minute to remember some things, y'all. So while y'all black people, women in particular, are out here fighting this fight, we've watched videos where the people are asking the liberals, the white liberal people, you gonna have them come live with you? Nope. You gonna have them come live with you? We don't have the room. You gonna have them come live with you? I gotta ask my husband. You gonna have them come live with you? They all seem to have said no. They all seem to have said no. So where you think they gonna go? Shout out to me, Ryman. So where do you think they gonna go? Bueller, not near none of them places that I named. So you are fighting against your own interests while y'all listening to MFers that I keep saying don't give a shit about you. Their allegiance is to Democrats and the Democratic Party. Their allegiance is to them to get paid and lead y'all's asses to continue to vote for them. And you fall for it. Every single damn time. It never fucking fails. And you just refuse to listen to anyone else because you're Trump derangement syndrome, because that's what they got you focused on. That is the only thing that Jasmine Crockett would ever say. Big orange man, Trump is bad. That's it. That's it. That's it. Do y'all have a problem with the TSA workers not getting paid for the third time? I know it's all Donald Trump's fault. I know. But do y'all not have a problem with that? Do y'all not understand that these illegals will not be in their neighborhoods unless they come in to do some work for them and then they're leaving? Do you know now that they're trying to say that there's no ID needed and insulting y'all's asses by saying you're not going to be able to get an ID? It's racist. So no IDs. So then everybody gets to vote so that they can then again vote Democrat and get them on up in there. Now, because of what happened in Houston or Texas, wherever it was, in Texas, where Jazzy didn't get her seat because the Hispanics went and voted Republican, this could actually backfire on them. But y'all willing to take the daggone chance because you hate Donald Trump so much, just like Tom just said. Instead of using your damn brains, you want to be led by a daggone blog that's sitting up here wrong as all get out. Y'all don't even know that the daggone news program then pulled the shit. Like Rupert said. Because they knew that that shit was wrong. They were leading you. Because the liberal media, it's not a thing, right? Now all of a sudden the liberal media that's left-leaning is not a thing, right? Can't wait to see, well, I'm not going to watch it, but what The View would have to say about it. But these are the people, listen, y'all, these are the people that you sassy straights are supposed to listen to and get behind. You sassy straights are supposed to listen to these people because, child, let's not act like we don't know. LTMs and black women running the Democrat. Well, they think they're running it. They're really not. But y'all are running behind them and falling for it to your own damn detriment. Wash, rinse, repeat. In your face, showing and proving the damn point you still don't want to believe it. And then toss the D9 into it. Their allegiance is to their D9. That's why you see these people coming out now, in my opinion, to now become D9ers because they see there's profit there. These are the same people that are going out here saying, close the doors, bring your tax returns, and open up credit cards in order to pay your tithes. Like, where are your brains? Where are your brains? Like, seriously. Shout out to Blade. Thank you, boo. He said, sending love, auntie, out here working in these streets. Shout out to you. I know you are. Hopefully all is well. I assume it is. I understand. Shout out to all of y'all that are here, though. I appreciate you. Shout out to everyone. Please make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you are new. This is ridiculous, proven over and over and over. And it just boggles the mind. And I'm gonna let it go in a second. It just boggles the mind that Negroes look into nothing for themselves. You just listen to MFers that have shown over and over and over again that their allegiance is to Democrats and or D9 to line their fucking pockets. I don't care what none of y'all say. I don't care what none of y'all say. There's too much. And then you want to listen to a fucking blog. A blog that puts sexy red up. That's where you want to get your political information from people that say vote like a black woman, no voting, no fucking, vote or die, and all the other foolishness. You need a slogan while they telling you that you're living in Jim Crow 2.0. Offensive as fuck. That you can't get an ID. Offensive as fuck. That you're not smart enough when you go get married, even though that's really not the issue in the community, is marriage, okay? But you go get married and you change your last name that you don't know how to change it all. So y'all can't figure out how to change it all. I figured it out. Why can't y'all figure it out? Real IDs have been a thing that they have said that people need. So y'all didn't go get your real IDs? That's a thing I've been hearing for a while. So y'all don't have passports? So y'all don't have no type of identification? How you get your jobs, Bueller? How did you get your jobs if you didn't have no damn ID, Bueller? Oh yeah, y'all don't work? But y'all certainly can get them damn benefits. You certainly need ID for that, but they gonna make that lax so that other people can go ahead and get it. Keep playing. Stay in the same places, child. I don't give a damn.
The Nazis want us to take the mask off. So what I say to them is what I've been saying in the past week. Stop the hateful rhetoric. Let's push that hateful. Let's push the negative, conversations about men and women of ICE being the Nazis and secret police. Let's get rid of that. That way the threats decrease. Then we're in a better.
Do you think Joy Reid is going to correct anything and change her rhetoric where she out here and she a feminist on top of it, a tether and a feminist and all knowing and women follow her like she is the Lord herself. Joy can do no wrong. Clearly she can. She got fired. Okay. But no, she's still better than Stephen A. Smith, and she can talk shit about Stephen A. Smith while Stephen A. Smith is learning. Why isn't she not helping him if he don't know what he's talking about? Whatever happened to helping your fellow man? Whatever happened to helping your own? Y'all don't even help your own. You Negroes ain't shit. Y'all don't even help your own. It's happening right in front of your damn face. Y'all still go for it. Y'all still fall for the banana in the damn tailpipe. Instead of helping anybody, y'all disparage and talk about. That's the same shit going on with this Anton Corey shit. The same damn thing. Oh no, that doesn't happen. It always happens. It's never going to change, which is why RBN says that the community is cooked. And it is. And it is absolutely cooked. Because it's more important to try to act like you right and that you're fighting for something that you probably don't even, that's probably against your own best interest at heart, just so that you can be out here causing fucking chaos. again, fighting for people that wouldn't lift a fucking. When was the last time that y'all have seen any of the Somalians and Minadam Soda come out and fight for anybody? Bueller? Anybody? Bueller? Anybody? Anybody? Y'all just saw the daggone Hispanics, no shade, go down there and vote for Talarico. Y'all talking about it's racist. Excuse me, who the fuck are y'all fighting for to stay here? Bueller? Bueller? All right. I'm the white supremacist. Y'all the stupid supremacists. How about that? Y'all are the dumb supremacists. How about that? All you have to do is pay the fuck attention and listen to something more than what makes you feel good. Listen to the opposing opinion. Listen to something different. Put your own thoughts together on shit. Nope, just keep listening to people that just say Trump is bad. Let's see how that work out for you this time next damn year. Thank you, Wayne Lundy. I appreciate you, boo. He said they think a selfie is proof of identity. Child, a doctored selfie at that. Proof of identity and a photo of them holding money is proof of income. Not girl, but child. Exactly. Exactly. Long as you can be whorish looking down there at the Houston rodeo, then that means that you making it. When you're going to come home with some STDs, STIs, and pregnant, I'm going to just say I told you so. And we're going to be judging and laughing. We're going to be judging and laughing.
Position, take the mask off. I will not put the men and women of ICE at greater risk of doing their job and protecting the American people and arresting the bad guys unless the left, the members of Congress who want to compare them to the Nazis and the Gestapo, stop the hateful rhetoric. Then we can have a conversation.
Final question. So in order to end this government shutdown immediately, what kind of reforms would ICE be willing to accept right now in this moment?
Look, we're already, after Minnesota, we've already, like I've been explaining to members of Congress the last week, this is already in play. We already have a body camera policies out there. Matter of fact, if they actually approve this budget and open the government, it gives us like $120 million to not only buy more body cameras, but to buy the capability of storing millions of minutes of video and let us hire hundreds of people who's going to have to respond to constant FOIAs, Freedom of Immigration Act, on those things. So, we already talk about body cameras. We're already allowing people in detention facilities. We're already going to target enforcement operation. First thing
Okay, so he just said that if they approve it, they already are going to get the body cam. I'm okay with the body cam. Do it. I don't give a damn about that. So they want body cams and no, the major things, if I'm not mistaken, is no mask. Well, child, if it's cold, they gonna wear the damn mask. I don't know how they feel about that. I'll let them make that decision. But I feel like it's more important, regardless of whether they have a mask on or not, that you have the damn body cam, right? So then you can see it, and then you can go and allegedly prove whatever the hell it is that you allegedly want to prove. But that's never going to be enough. It's going to be, we want everything, and we're still not going to do it. So the TSA workers, if you're listening, remember this. I don't blame y'all for going and taking a job. Maybe y'all can go and get one of these, if this ever gets approved, Homeland Security jobs, working with ICE, because he just said that they're also going to be hiring. So all these people that's running off at the mouth that need some money, that ain't got no money, that need a job, that said that ain't no jobs, if they get this passed, they about to have some Homeland Security jobs. Y'all gonna go work for them? I'm pretty sure you won't. They probably get paid more than the TSA workers. No shade. Jean Lay, thank you so much. That's very generous of you. She said preaching. Thank you, hon. I appreciate you. Thank you for always being here. Thank you so much for your support. Child, this is ridiculous.
In Minneapolis, a lot of things that we're complaining about, we've already addressed. So we'll keep having those conversations, but I just don't think we should legislate changes in policy when the same policy existed during several Democratic administrations that exists now. It's not about the policy. It's about the execution of the policy and the prioritization of what we do first.
I guess one more follow-up off of what you just said. Renee,
this lady is a good interviewer. Shout out to this lady. And this is ABC News Live, before somebody will be like, this is what Fox does. This is AB damn C. Shout out to this lady.
Good. And Alex Preddy, any update on those investigations?
No, I haven't got an update on those investigations. It was a tragic incident, and I
Wait, wasn't that Christy Noem's job? Who's in charge? Some dude is in charge now. That's a question for him, right?
said from day one, the day it happened, I am not going to make a judgment call. I'm not going to get out in front of the investigators because we.
Stop impeding them and stop getting in front of what the hell it is that they doing. And I'm pretty sure y'all would have been okay.
Deserve a thorough investigation to get the facts of this case, talk to all the witnesses, talk to the officers, review all the camera footage, whether it's ring video or body camera footage or cell phone video. I'll let the FBI do what they do best, but we'll see how that outcomes. But a tragedy. And, you know, I've said from day one, Akira, and I said it on the stage in Minneapolis, me and the president don't want to see anybody die. We don't want to see ICE officers, Border Patrol agents lose their lives. And every person we're looking for out there, I don't want them to die either. We need to do this job in a humane manner, and we'll keep doing that. But unfortunately, sometimes shootings happen. I don't know the specifics of the case. I'm not going to get ahead of it. But I said from day one back in March, if the hateful rhetoric continued, there's going to be bloodshed. And unfortunately, I was right.
Because that's common sense. And clearly common sense has left people of the United States of America.
But this was a tragedy. We'll let the investigation play out, and we'll see where it all comes out. And if someone violated policy or violating the law, they should be held accountable.
Tom Homan, I always appreciate the time with you. Thank you.
Shout out to Tom Homan. I don't care what nobody says. He's the most common sense person that's straight, stands on business. I said what I said. That's it. That's daggone all. And the shit makes daggone sense. So you could get your daggone body camera. You can get people hired. So then you get, not only do you get the body camera, you get open jobs. You get TSA back to work. But no, you would rather come out here and say people are getting killed in the street or whatever the hell that jackass said earlier. Freddie was deleted by Border Control, not ICE. Look at that. Thank you for the information. That's why I need y'all. Thank you for that. And you said that you have to be 40 years of age or less in order to work for ICE. Is that what you're saying? Yeah, I'm sure they need some rules. I mean, they don't want Paul Blart Mallcott working over there, child. So I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with that at all. It says airport lines hit 3+ hours as ICE aids TSA, and this is allegedly in Houston. Shout out to Houston. Yeah, they got to get back home so they can bring more STIs and STDs around.
Barely moving at Houston's George Bush Intercontinental Airport. We're talking wait times of more than 3 hours or longer.
CNN's Ed Lavandera is following all of this for us. All right, Ed, you're there in Houston. What's it like?
It's an absolute brutal travel day for thousands of people trying to make their way to George Bush Intercontinental Airport. Let me give you the sign. Look at the sign here. We're in Terminal E. That's 200 minutes. Believe it or not, that's actually good news. That number earlier, about an hour and a half ago, was 260 minutes. But this line goes, the checkpoints are over here. It comes all the way back through the...
Wait, 260 minutes, 6, 12, 18, 24. That's almost 4.5 hours.
Terminal.
Oh no, just 3 hours. You should be fine.
Here, down an escalator, winding its way around several more times into like the subway area that connects the various terminals here. This is one of 2 of 8 security checkpoints that is open. Everything else has been closed. I can take you in here past the sign here to give you a sense of just how much more waiting these passengers have to do. The line here continues to wind its way back and forth before they're able to get through the security checkpoints. We have seen close to 24 federal agents around various terminals that have been able to get through today. It's not exactly clear to me what they're doing. They've been kind of standing around the edges, clearly not involved in helping process the thousands of passengers trying to make their way through here. So it's not exactly clear how they're helping, how they're alleviating the pressure that this airport is under. According to the TSA yesterday, about 39% of TSA employees called out. We're not sure of the numbers for today, but we will get that tomorrow. But clearly, this airport severely impacted. Where we've been talking to people, Brianna and Boris, who have been waiting in line for hours and hours, knowing fully well that they are going to miss their flight, but they wanted to get on the other side of security, and they will wait on that side until they can be rebooked on their next flight. Boris and Brianna?
Child, I was not willing to stand in that line to wait to get onto the other side for approximately 4 hours to find out that there ain't no more flights to St. Martin. It's not like it was Florida. It's not like it was California. It's St. Martin's. How many planes y'all think going to St. Martin? I'm just saying, no, I was not willing to stand in that line on a whim that there might be a chance. Nope.
Wow, that is a long time. But I guess it is better than 260 minutes, which is just outrageous. Ed Lavandera, thank you so much. Live for us from Houston. Let's talk more about this now with John Pistol. He's a former TSA administrator and former FBI deputy director. John, thank you so much for being with us. We're seeing these ICE agents at these airports around the country. What assistance can they provide? Which of their skills do you see as possibly transferable to mitigating this overcapacity of security lines at the airport?
Well, thanks, Brianna. Yeah, the ICE officers, agents are not qualified to be TSA screeners because they haven't gone through the training and the protocols of how do you do something that, for example, something alarms on a
Child, we know that
person, or if they're not familiar with the computed tomography software and the machines and everything. So really they can help at for example, the exit lanes out of the 425 plus airports that TSA provides security in. There are a number of those, the majority of those, that have TSA officers who are at the exit lanes where people are getting out of secure area. And so that's not a security check for the passengers. They can help with the queue management, the line management, and hopefully they could be a visible deterrent to a potential terrorist who may want to go in and make a name for themselves by shooting up or doing something terrible with the passenger line. With all the press coverage now, it's an opportunity. Oh, and by the way, we're at war with Iran, and
look at them. They still got uniforms on.
There may be somebody who's inspired to do something bad because of that war. They've had relatives killed in Lebanon, as one individual last week did in a shootout. So just a number of issues to look at.
Well, that's actually one of the things I wanted to ask you about, because as we're watching them and we are showing video of them at various airports, they're generally walking around. I guess you could say they're sort of patrolling. They are armed. And you and others have raised this concern that when you have so many people outside of the secure area, it is essentially just this soft target, right? That is so vulnerable. Having those ICE agents there, is that something?
Oh, that is a thought. That's why those people that are just filming them can just be out there. That could be anybody out there. Child, these people. Anyway, child, go.
That does give you pause that they are there as a deterrent?
Well, hopefully it's a force multiplier for the outstanding work that the airport police do in all the major airports and a number of the smaller, mid-sized airports. So each airport of any size has their own airport police who do just that. The challenge is they are stretched thin right now to try to do anything. Forget if there's a crime on airport property or anything like that, but just in terms of crowd management and as a visible deterrent, which these ICE officers, the agents might serve as that in that role. So if that happens, that's a good thing. There's just so many unknowns. And by the way, with all the call outs, the TSA officers who are calling out because they haven't been paid for a month nearly, that just exacerbates the problem of, are there soft targets that somebody is trying to exploit because they see it as a vulnerability now? Or worse, there is a potential terrorist who actually thinks they can get through a security checkpoint, like Abdul Muttalib back on Christmas Day 2009, or Richard Reed in December of 2001 with the shoe bomb or the underwear bomb with non-metallic improvised explosive device. So there's
he know it all, don't he? I agree. Good thinking ahead from that perspective. There's enough going on, right? I'm moving away from him over here to this one. I think this is the senator that y'all was talking about. Is it? No, this is James Lankford. He says, is he ill? GOP senator stunned by Dems' effort blocking DHS shutdown bill. Let's hear him.
Okay, President Trump making good on his promise. ICE agents are now on the ground at airports like Hartsfield and Jackson in Atlanta. They have been deployed to help TSA screeners deal with those insane security lines we've been seeing across the country. TSA workers have gone more than a month now without pay, and it's all because Democrats still refuse to fund the Department of Homeland Security. Some airports are seeing agent call-out rates near 50%. Homeland Security says 400 TSA workers have quit altogether since the start of this shutdown. In Atlanta, airport officials are telling passengers to arrive 3 to 4 hours early before their flights. Here's Border Czar Tom Homan.
You have exit lanes where people leave the airport. Now people try to enter those exit lanes. That's a security breach. Well, an ICE agent can maintain those exits, and that allows a TSA officer to go back to...
All right. Hold on. Tom, sorry. Hold on. Let's see. There's an update on the ATL. It looks like the protesters have arrived, child. Looks like the protesters have arrived. What did I say? We already knew. Oh, hold on. Of course. My bad, y'all. My bad. Of course. StreamYard is StreamYard. And hold on. It's a pain in my ass. All right. Let's try it again. Sorry.
Yeah, but this started just a few minutes ago. They are protesting ICE agents being deployed inside of the airport. I want to show you a look at some of the signs they have here. It says ICE out, Trump, pay TSA workers now. Now, Atlanta police is allowing these protesters to be in sort of a free speech zone outside of the airport as long as they stay where they are now. Right now, there's about 20 or so protesters here. Again, they just started only a few minutes ago. They tell us they'll be here for about 45 minutes or so. I want to take you inside of the airport now.
Now, who thinks that they're going to just stay outside and that no one else is about to come and there'll be somebody else soon enough, and the whistles and the loudness and, oh, they're just going to stay outside. They're just going to stay outside. Well, what do y'all think? Then why do they have those people, or why are they allowing those people who have the cameras inside if everybody's staying outside? Bueller, if everybody gonna have to stay outside, and then they say, oh, we're only gonna be here for 20 minutes, so you came all the way down there in order to be here for only 20 damn. Who in the hell is believing all this? It's just started. They just had to get off from work now, so now they're gonna go to all those daggone airports, in my opinion, and start. They're just gonna start.
Yeah, but this started just a few minutes ago. They are protesting ICE agents being deployed inside of the airport. I want to show you a look at some of the signs they have here. It says ICE out, Trump, pay TSA workers now. Now, Atlanta police is allowing these protesters to be in sort of a free speech zone outside of the airport as long as they stay where
Look, they said Trump, pay TSA workers now. So where they getting their news from? So where they getting their news from? So it's Donald Trump that's keeping them from paying the workers? Is that what it is? Got it. Like I said, always Trump derangement syndrome.
Yeah, but this started just a few minutes ago. They are protesting ICE agents being deployed inside of the airport. I want to show you a look at some of the signs they have here. It says ICE out, Trump, pay TSA workers now. Now, Atlanta police is allowing these protesters to be in sort of a free speech zone outside of the airport as long as they stay where they are now. Right now, there's about 20 or so protesters here. Again, they just started only a few minutes ago. They tell us they'll be here for about 45 minutes or so. I want to take you inside of the airport now.
Well, that's in the what did I say? The ATL, which is a airport that don't need any help with what the heck it is that's going on with them. You know what I mean? They got enough going on already. No, let's just make things worse, because that definitely ain't gonna make things better. We got to make sure that you see us. We have to make sure that we make chaos. We got to make sure that somebody sees us. Oh, freaking idiots, child. Freaking idiots. So over it. Anyway, so yeah, I saw that. I had to show y'all that. All right, back to Tom.
Screening to move people through quicker.
They run those same type of security machines at the southern border, right? Packages come through or people come through. They run similar assets. And again, even if look at the line there, to manage the through flow of people, and even administratively, they'll be helpful.
Our Madison Scarpino is live right now at Atlanta's Hartsfield-Jackson Airport. Madison, how long have those people been standing there?
Where they fighting at? No, I haven't seen any fights. We've seen them harass ICE workers. We saw that the San Francisco alleged ICE taking the lady was a lie, but no one will retract it, we're sure. Let me know where the fight is, because I'll definitely bring it up. I haven't seen any fights.
Yes, Aisha, things have slowed down a little bit, I will say. And we've been seeing these ICE agents out here today managing lines, helping with crowd control, just like Borders Czar Tom Homan said they would. Here's a look at them this morning. And again, the lines have been a little bit better.
Oh, helping with crowd control. Oh, and look at that, uniforms.
Better the last few hours, but still unusually long as TSA workers continue to go without pay. Former DHS Secretary Chad Wolf said ICE is here because President Trump is frustrated, like the millions of traveling Americans.
I am.
Two choices, which is the lines just continue to get longer as the Democrats continue to shut down DHS, or we find a solution and we look for other options here. And so having ICE or other elements of DHS surge into airports, it's really why the department was created, so that you could have a flexible workforce.
But not everyone is on board, as people like House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries says this is the last thing Americans need. But many passengers tell us they'll take anything that will help with these lines. So this is a live look at lines here at Hartsfield-Jackson right now. Again, this is nothing compared to this morning's lines, if you can believe it. Yesterday's lines that did not let up all day. People waiting for up to 5 hours until they finally get screened before their flight, if they even manage to make it. And we're seeing these types of lines at several other major airports as Congress still cannot come to an agreement to fund DHS. Surprisingly, travelers here have been in a decent mood, pretty understanding of the current situation, but they're still extremely frustrated.
It's insane, but I've been watching the news for the last couple of days and sort of came prepared, I guess.
Yeah, how do you arrive and you not know what's going on?
Don't think that we're probably going to make it. So we'll just see what happens after we get through those gates.
It's been insane, and I just want to go home.
Girl, go home.
As you mentioned, Aisha, this comes as more than 400 TSA workers have quit altogether since the start of this partial shutdown, and the call-out rates of these TSA workers are increasing by the day. Back to you.
Okay, Madison, thank you very much. Republicans have launched this new ad on airport delays, and their message is stuck in line, blame a Democrat. Senator James Lankford, Republican of Oklahoma, a member of the Homeland Security Committee, Finance Committee, and Intelligence Committee, is joining me now.
Yo, I need to make that a title, y'all. Stuck in line, blame it. I'm blaming the Democrat. I want my money back. Fuck that.
Now, Senator, thank you. I do wonder if that's going to resonate with Americans and if Americans do feel that way. But I want to first ask you about these ICE agents that are now on the ground in airports like Hartsfield in Atlanta. What do you think of that? ICE agents patrolling alongside TSA agents?
Well, at this point, it's trying to be able to help TSA agents that we have left that are not calling out sick on this to actually be at the spot to actually do the screening. That part takes 4 months to be able to get through the training to be qualified for on it. There are lots of other positions, as Tom Holman had mentioned, entry, exit points, managing the line, that don't require that much training. It's really just kind of just managing people on the flow. But we've got to be able to put all the ICE agents that are, or the TSA agents that are trained for those roles in the actual screening in the spot. And where we've got gaps, let's try to fill in the gaps, whether that be National Guard, whether that be ICE, whatever it may be. But Americans need to be able to get through these lines.
People want to know what the heck is going on in that dome behind me? Why lawmakers haven't come to an agreement yet? Yesterday, your colleague, Senator John Kennedy,
they don't give a damn.
Tried to speed things along by putting a bill on the floor that would basically say, hey, you senators won't take a paycheck as long as TSA isn't getting a paycheck. And Democrat Senator Brian Schatz apparently, didn't like that, but then didn't stay to debate it, sort of left. Let's watch this moment where it gets a little chaotic on the Senate floor.
Is there an objection? The objection is heard.
I want to give my colleague, Senator Schatz, more time. As he objected and left the chamber. Is he coming back? Well, wait, just one second. I mean, is he?
Wait, so you just get to leave work in the middle of work? Imagine if y'all were at work and you're in a meeting. Y'all are in a. I meet all the time over on Zoom, right? And I just and my boss or someone speaks to me directly, and I just get up and leave. Who getting fired? Who's getting fired? But I guess they can just do whatever the hell it is that they want to do. And don't forget, okay. Don't forget, these are the people that love the American people. Yeah, they doing shit for the American people. Yeah. Let me see if I can find it. Jean Messi, you got to play John Kennedy. No, I'm going to play it, but I'm just interested in I'm just finding it interesting that they can just leave their job, that they're there to work for the American people while talking about what the American people want, but then leaving in the middle of their damn job with no explanation when we're trying to resolve something, because everybody allegedly cares that the TSA workers are not getting paid. But when somebody says you shouldn't get paid, look at y'all, you can't let me start, okay? Y'all, these people ain't got no problem with TSA people not getting paid. But as soon as Kennedy here says, so we don't get paid, I'm assuming he's included, correct me if I'm wrong, then all of a sudden y'all want to leave? These are the people that's supposed to care about y'all. All the Democrats that give a damn about the American people. Yeah. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm definitely going to be talked to or reprimanded if I get up in the middle of a daggone meeting when someone's addressing me directly and I get up and leave. Yeah. But yeah, allow that shit to happen just because they're Democrats. Oh my God, reason number 55,825,000.2. Y'all will allow these MFers to play in y'all's daggone face every single time. There is proof after proof after proof after proof. Over and over and over and over and over and over again. And yet y'all will continue to allow these people to play in y'all's damn face. How in the hell, when you know daggone well that you can't do it, why do they get to do it? And what is wrong with saying, yeah, since everybody, nobody get paid? You think that'll get them to fucking come up with a solution sooner rather than later? And they got enough money to live off of, allegedly anyway. They have enough money to live off, more so than those people and many of the American people that they allegedly care about. They don't give a shit about none of ya. None of them, all inclusive. But keep being aligned to somebody that don't give a shit about your ass. And if they supposedly care about them getting paid, then they should go ahead and do it. And then see who stays all night, mind you, in order to get this shit resolved. So I ain't heard from Nancy Pelosi since Nancy Pelosi heard from me. Where the fuck is she at and what is she doing? I ain't seen that heifer in so daggone long. She must not be getting no benefit out of it, or child, she done decided that she got enough money now. Child, I can't. Y'all, this is ridiculous. That's fine. Take your time. This is crazy because I'm about to listen to Hiram. I guess, child. I don't know. If Mitchie didn't decide that he wasn't going to run, they would reelect Mitchie. I don't care if he's Republican. That nigga is too old. Glitching out right in front of us. Joe Biden, too old. Glitching out right in front of us. Whoa, Donald Trump is. I ain't seen him glitch yet. If he start glitching, I'm going to say that nigga need to go too. Y'all going to sit up here and have Maxie out there. Fine. Y'all going to have Clyburn out there who went and got Joe Biden elected, ain't do nothing for the community, ain't asked for nothing from the community after he delivered the daggone vote. Y'all fine. So miss me with all this crazy ass outrage to bullshit. Come on, John.
Is he ill? So I can walk in the middle of a debate without the floor, right back here in front of God and country, and say, I object, and it shuts things down?
I mean, this would be funny, Senator, if it wasn't so dang serious. Why aren't Democrats showing up and debating?
Yeah, it's really painful right now because they know the American people are not on their side on this. It's been very frustrating. What they want to do is they're now not paying TSA agents. And they say, well, we'll pay TSA agents. But the strategy that's happening now, they want to do for ICE. They want to not pay ICE agents, not pay Border Patrol agents. So they will quit. They will walk off the job. And then they can have their open borders and they can have lack of enforcement all over again. That's really the goal in this long term. They're fine to be able to fund everything else in DHS, but they want to be able to starve out those agents and to be able to make them all quit. We're unwilling to be able to get back to a moment where we have open borders. There are plenty of reforms we've all agreed to. That's been the amazing thing. We agree to body-worn cameras. We agree to de-escalation training. We agree to ID. We agree to so many aspects on it. They said, we demand all these things. That changes. We're like, yeah, we agree with that. That's not an issue on it. But their goal is not to be able to really get the reforms. Their goal is to be able to defund ICE. And we're absolutely not going to do that.
Right. And to get, you cannot get, this is what a negotiation is, you stupid jackasses. You give and take. It's give and take. You cannot get everything that you want, which is what Brandon Johnson was trying to say. I forget what for, a few months ago when he was like, oh, well, this is not a good deal because we didn't get everything that we want. Where on God's green earth do you get everything that you want? This is why you MFers can't stay married or be married, because you think that everything that you want is how it should be. You ain't in charge of nothing most of the damn time. Why y'all out here trying to talk about what should be, how it should be? First of all, ain't never been married. Second of all, don't you realize you're doing it with someone else? So do their feelings not count? Do not what they want count? How about how they feel and how they want to live does not count? You think you running shit. You never run shit. Your shit fails. And these people doing the same damn thing. You cannot get 100% of what the hell it is that you want. So y'all dumbasses that think that you're supposed to agree with every single piece of what any Republican or any Democrat say is stupid as well. There's a lot of stupid people out here, y'all. There's a lot of stupid people out here, y'all. There's actually people that think that they're supposed to get every single thing that they want. So y'all really thought that Cam was about to give y'all money for y'all businesses? Y'all really thought that Cam was about to give y'all all this money for daggone houses when there's already money out there for damn houses? So y'all thought that she was gonna, it made sense for her to say that she was gonna give the men weed? You think it's okay for Jamal Bryant to be out here talking about he want to start a weed garden? That's a freaking pastor. Y'all, I'm over it. I'm not really over it. Y'all know I got to end it there or else I could go on forever. But the fact that these stupid ass people will allow these people to play in their face. That man walked out. You know damn well you can't walk out of your damn job. So why the fuck do y'all allow these people to play in y'all's faces and do this shit? It's crazy.
Senator, very quickly here, I have 30 seconds left with you. I want to ask you about the Save America Act. The president has said that this is going to cost you guys the midterms, but there are Republicans reportedly that are saying we should be talking about the economy. We should be talking about something else, our victories. What are you hearing from voters and your conference?
Yeah, it's a mix of all those. We have voters that are saying, hey, let's work on the economy. You got to work on gas prices, got to work on all the issues that are out there, housing.
You know, people can walk and chew gum at the same time, stupids. That's going to be my new thing going forward. Listen, stupids, if it don't apply, let it fly. If it's you, then I don't know what to tell you. But you know, people can walk and chew gum at the same damn time. You can do more than one thing at a time. Just because y'all don't know how to do more than one thing at a time doesn't mean that the rest of us, shout out to Generation X, don't know how to do more than one thing at a damn time. It's called multi-fucking-tasking. And if you effing work, then you should know how to do it at a real job. And yes, I said a real job. But the funny part about it is that you can't even do that shit, but you think that somebody should listen to you. You run nothing. You can't run shit, but somebody's supposed to listen to y'all. You think it's all or nothing. Nothing is all or nothing unless you're talking about a damn sport where you win and somebody goes to fuck home. And y'all complain about that shit. Everybody should win. Everyone can't win. Someone has to lose. Do better. Go back to the drawing board, regroup, come back with a better plan. Anyway, is this over? Because I'm moving on.
Groceries, all those things, and other voters are saying, hey, I really want to make sure our elections are secure. The SAVE Act should not be a complicated act. 36 states already require voter ID. 9 states already require proof of citizenship before you vote. All we're doing is saying this needs to be across the country. It's a very simple, straightforward bill. This shouldn't be controversial. The Democrats have just dug in on this, and they refuse to be able to move. So we're continuing.
You know why they're dug in on this allegedly, but this is what I think, but allegedly, even though I know, but allegedly, is that they still got to make up for the last strike that they caved on and everybody was mad at them. I'm pretty sure that most people have forgotten about it because the short term, there's no long-term memory, especially with people that just want to cause chaos. So they just want to get to the new way to cause chaos because all they think and see is Donald Trump. I don't think they understand that the man only has 3 more daggone years, and y'all not thinking about who the hell it is that you want to come in that we should be looking at to say, oh yeah, at least you're trying to do something and we should vote for you. I can tell you right now, if it's Cam, it's a no for me. I'm going to tell you right now, if it's Gavin Newsom, it's a no for me. So who the hell y'all going to put up there that you think is going to win? It damn sure ain't going to be Michelle Obama because she ain't got time. That lady ain't got time. She ain't got time. She ain't got time. And I'm telling you, I did hear that Hillary was going to allegedly try to run again. Why not? Child, Joe Biden did it all this time. All she going to do is go down there to Clyburn. And Clyburn going to get you Negroes on the train. Y'all gonna sit up there and work on putting her in. Now, I don't know if she gonna make it or not, because I don't know if people gonna go for it, because JD will be running for president, allegedly, in my opinion. Hiram, you are not gonna vote for no damn Hillary Clinton. Goodbye, sir. I needed a laugh, though. So if Hillary wasn't able to do it the first time, child, maybe she could do it the second time. But after the shit with the Epstein files and her pantsuits, I just don't see it. But maybe I'm wrong. I just don't see it's happening. I don't see a woman being voted in as president. Y'all can be mad, be glad, be sad. I don't give a fuck. It's my opinion. It's not going to happen. It definitely wasn't going to happen with Cam. You can say it's racist. You can say it's sexist. You can say whatever is or obic you want it to be. Ain't nobody voting no woman in as president. If Hillary can't do it, the rest of y'all can't do it. I don't care. Condoleezza, if Condoleezza came in, even though she's been out of the space for a long time, I just seen her recently. I always said that if Condoleezza ran for president, I will vote for her. But child, she was trying to be in charge of the football teams, which didn't happen. So she probably just calmed down and said, I ain't got time for this bullshit. Bring me in as a consultant on these damn news programs. That's all I got for y'all. She said, I'm going to leave y'all alone, right? Allegedly. Okay. But other than that, ain't nobody else. There is no one else. Stop falling for bullshit. There's Who else could it be? Let me fall back and ask y'all, what other woman do y'all think could possibly potentially become president outside of maybe Hillary, Michelle Obama, and Condoleezza Rice? Condi. Who? Goodbye, Hiram. Who? Listen, I don't know. They're calling Candace Owens crazy now, and child, I don't know about she over there going after going after Erica Kirk still. I don't think she got a chance in hell. I'm sorry, I don't think she does. I don't think she does. I know Condi is a Republican. I'm all good with that. I don't vote based off of who's a Democrat and who's a Republican. I vote on who makes damn sense and who looks like they got sense and who the hell is saying some shit that makes some damn sense. I'm not dedicated to nobody. I don't care what I'm registered as. I told you that I was gonna vote for John McCain. He fucked up. He fucked up and chose what's her name, which is another reason why he lost. Even though I think all these people would have still voted for Obama because they wanted to do something and say, oh, look, we've overcome. How'd that work out, coloreds, blacks, FBAs, chocolates, African-Americans, B1s, ADOS? How did that work out? Where did racism go? Oh, yeah, y'all still saying that there's racism? I thought it was all over when Obama got elected. But your first black president was William Jefferson Clinton any daggone way. That's what y'all said. That's what y'all said. Not Afro Man, child. Maybe he could make it though. That trial was a thing. Okay, I ain't got time for it, but that trial was a thing. Condi said some issue on The View, and them heifers lost their damn. Recently, was she on there recently? Because I know they got substitute people because the Republican girl. They need to bring Elizabeth Hasselbeck back. Elizabeth probably said, "Child, I ain't got time for y'all. I got to be with my kids, and even if not, I got to just be home with my husband." And make sure he's straight so heifers don't come and try and get at him. He's a ex-football player, if I'm not mistaken. Sassy straight still going to Target. Oh yeah, y'all not supposed to go to Target, yeah. Okay. There is no one else. There is no one else. So the trimmings, the options are thin on what woman could possibly even be put up there to become president. It ain't gonna be no AOC. Put her on up there. Put a double woman ticket on up there too. It ain't got nothing. Well, maybe it does, because Jean Lay said that she never voted for a woman. She a woman. And I gotta be honest with you. If it ain't Condi, that's really the only one. If it ain't Condi, I'm not voting for a woman either. She the only one that I would consider. That's it. I wouldn't vote for a woman either. Y'all crazy. Y'all show your craziness every day. Every day. Who the hell is Carrie Lake? I don't know who Carrie Lake is. Tulsi Gabbard, wouldn't vote for her either. I ain't heard from her in a month of Sundays, child. What is she doing? She quiet. Nope. It would only, for me, it would only be Condi. That's it. And I don't think she want to do it. So that means I wouldn't vote for a woman. Not a double woman ticket. Peace out, Mudabali. You gonna move next door to Russell? Woo! See, that's the thing that they don't take into account, Gene and Queen. They just think, goodbye, big boy. They just think that because everyone's a woman that they would vote for women. Y'all, see, that's the type of shit that gets Tiffany Henyards elected. Shout out to Big Tiff. I hope she wins down there. But that's the type of shit that gets you Big Tiffany as freaking a mayor and supervisor in Dalton Thornton Township. She a woman. She a young woman. And she black. And she a single mom. Oh, yeah. How the fuck does that help me? What the hell is that going to do for me? When y'all need to be selfish, you're not. And then when you shouldn't be selfish, you are. Why do y'all get every damn thing ass backwards wrong? Everything. That's a bar if I do say so myself. You freaking will fight at the wrong times, and the times that you should be fighting, you don't. You won't give that much to your daggone relationship. You won't compromise with a daggone man. You won't work with a daggone man, but you over here aligned with a freaking party and women that don't give a shit about you once they get in there. Child, you didn't see Joe Biden get up in there, and what did y'all get? Okay, some student loans did get did get waived. Y'all know damn well y'all ain't voting for no damn Oprah. Stop it. Hiram, stop it. I know damn well y'all not voting for no damn Oprah. And she got up there talking in her Oprah way. I'm not voting for her. Never. Imagine if they put Oprah and Michelle Obama on the same ticket, child. The liberal white women would be saying, yes, sis, yes, sis. Then they're gonna go vote Republican. Say I'm lying. That's exactly what they did. So what is going on now? Y'all blacks is still out here with them same people that just freaking played in y'all's face with regard to Donald Trump. What's going on now? Played in your face again with regard to Jasmine Crockett and Tellerico. Where did they go vote? Y'all still out here fighting for them. Foolish. Foolish. Fools. Fools, I tell you. Child. I can't. It wasn't your suggestion? Okay. Vote for... I said women. I know you being funny. Goodbye, quality. Look, Cardi B and Lotto, they would probably win. That's the sad part. Well, let me just say the colored vote. They would get the colored vote. A mockery. They would make a mockery of the shit. Child, I can't. I cannot. Tellerico is still out here disrespecting the Lord and the Bible as we speak. Well, I'm just saying how they talking about the Hispanics are racist. Well, y'all are fighting to keep Hispanics here and illegals here. So why are you mad? Y'all's fighting for the BIPOCs. Remember, it's BIPOC now. We're not even on our own. We're BIPOC. Everybody is included. But y'all know, y'all got everything. You got Joe Biden in there and got nothing. How come Joe Biden didn't work on reparations, Bueller? Somebody, anybody? How come y'all didn't get Joe Biden to work on reparations, Bueller? He was up in that bitch. How come y'all didn't get Obama to work on reparations, Bueller? Everybody always go to the people that are against the shit to go get you something that you want. And this is the madness right here. Showing and proving. Showing and proving. Goodbye, sir. Showing and proving. You want shit to be difficult. Black people, y'all want shit to be difficult on yourselves. I don't know why. It needs to be studied. Get some mental health help. You didn't command and demand that Joe Biden give you reparations. He's a whole ass Democrat. Y'all love Democrats. Democrats do everything for you. They the best. They the best. They the best. Nothing. Obama was in there for 8 damn years. Y'all supported him with child, what is it called? Obamacare. He didn't even come and give y'all shit. He ain't try to give y'all shit. Did he even talk about it? Y'all let me know. I don't remember. Did he even talk about reparations? Because all I ever hear the pro-blacks talk about is reparations. Y'all mad at Anton. Y'all mad that Anton doesn't want reparations, right? You mad at Anton for not wanting reparations, but you not mad at Joe Biden for not getting you reparations. You're not mad at Obama for not even bringing up reparations. But y'all gonna hold Anton. Child, moving on. Speaking of, I'm done with this for today. Oh, you said it was an update. I didn't see anything. Hold on, let me refresh and see what's going on. An update on the crash, Reaper. Oh, they are saying that the agents, they got a news update that the agents are in Philly. Let me bring this on, and then I'm gonna move on to Anton. Okay. Well, kind of Anton. Tasha K out here about to take channels away. ICE agents reportedly at Philadelphia International Airport, what travelers need to know. All right. Do I need to go up there tomorrow?
Cameras captured ICE agents at several airports nationwide trying to help out. And Philadelphia International Airport is reportedly one of the several major airports where ICE agents are being deployed. Our Chris O'Connell there live at PHL tonight. Chris?
Well, Jason, long lines at our nation's airports is a problem that is growing with every single day. This partial government shutdown continues. Take a look at the lines here at Philadelphia International Airport today. About a 25-minute wait. Today, President Trump sending in ICE to help calm the chaos at airports around the country. As airport wait times and long lines continue through the spring break travel season, Today, President Trump deploying ICE agents to 13 airports across the
Wow, they even have uniforms on in Philly.
U.S. Agents seen today patrolling JFK, Newark, Atlanta, and Phoenix. Here at Philadelphia International Airport, Fox 29 saw police officers with the Department of Homeland Security stationed outside of several checkpoints. Unclear if they're connected with ICE. As airport lines continue to grow, some travelers say whatever it takes.
They've done their background to get the job, so it's like everybody else, they got a job to do.
Today, boxes of food donations were arriving for TSA agents working without a paycheck since the partial government shutdown. Mass sick-outs by TSA workers has also forced Philly International to shut down security checkpoints, making waits even longer. The White House says incoming ICE agents will help with crowd control and checking IDs, but will not work scanners or screening lines. The hope is to ease congestion at the nation's largest airports.
I don't know, hopefully they help, get people through the lines.
In a Truth Social post, President Trump told deployed ICE agents to go with no masks at the airport. Regardless, some travelers wonder if the move is really necessary or sends the wrong message.
I think they'll be in the way, distraction. Now, if they can help, I don't think they'll think they'll be more of a distraction.
Back out here live at the terminal, as you see, the check-in continues. About a 27-minute delay here, but the real delays really come in the morning. So far, the Philadelphia airport has not commented on the presence of ICE in the neighborhood. Also, no response from the mayor's office tonight as these waits continue here at Philadelphia International Airport. Jason?
All right, Chris, thank you very much. Cameras captured.
Thanks, Chris. I appreciate the report. All right, so nothing's going on there. They didn't mention protesters. I'll see if there's anything later on tonight before I go to bed and when I wake up in the morning and see what's up. So that's that. All right, so that's all I got as far as the ICE, LaGuardia, all that is concerned. You sent me something in the email. Hold on a second. Let me look. Let me see. Okay, this was 42 minutes ago, y'all. So this might be some up-to-date information on the crash. Let's take a look at this. Thank you, Reaper. I appreciate you. Shout out to y'all that are here. If you're staying, I appreciate you. If not, I understand. If you're on Team Replay, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe. If you are new, make sure you comment. Let's hear what they got to say.
Interrupting programming for breaking news. Secretary of Transportation Sean Duffy is at LaGuardia Airport giving more details about the runway collision that killed 2 and injured dozens of others. Let's listen in.
In regard to this press conference, when this is over, we'll take your questions, but just want to give you a caveat. There may be a lot of questions about a lot of issues. We are here to talk about what happened last night at LaGuardia. So if you have other questions, please don't ask them. That's a different press conference for a different time. So moments ago, I had a chance to speak to President Trump after he finished his press conference in Memphis. Also spoke with the Transport Minister of Canada, Stephen McKinnon. And again, our two teams work very closely together. I want to take a moment and just walk through the facts again of what happened. There was a CJR 900 from Montreal here to LaGuardia, operated by Air Canada Express and by Jazz. It collided with a Port Authority fire truck at approximately 11:45 p.m. last night. There were 72 passengers on the plane and 4 crew. Approximately 40 people were sent to the hospital after the crash. Several have also been released. As has been reported, the 2 pilots of the aircraft passed away in the crash last night. I do want to note that we send our deepest condolences to their families as they're going through, no doubt, a grieving process. There were 2 individuals in the fire truck. They too were sent to the hospital after the crash. Now, there's been a lot of questions, I know, about what do we know at this time? And what we are going to do is give you the information that we can. We all have the respect for the NTSB. The NTSB goes through a thorough investigation. And we are conscious about the information and the facts that we give you because we want that information to be accurate. There's some information that we hold back that the NTSB has that we allow them to do the investigation, and it takes months, sometimes up to a year before we get the findings of that investigation. But NTSB is on the ground at the airport. The FAA is on the ground. Over 10 people from the FAA are here, as well as Transport Canada is sending a team to LaGuardia as well. Our two countries work very well together. There's a well-worn path where we collaborate together when there's aviation crashes in either of our countries. The administrator and I were at the crash site earlier today, which is easily visible from the airport. And it's incredibly sad. It's troubling. And I just want to let America know that we are working our hearts off to make sure that when people travel, whether by rail or car or by air, that they travel safely. And we put in precautions and policies to make sure that you are safe when you travel. When I was at the crash site, it was just a reminder that when you're traveling by air, you should wear your seatbelt. If you see the videos of the air crash, wear your seatbelt when you're on the airplane. Also, in a car, wear a seatbelt. As you see from last night, they do save lives. I'd also note that as of now, LaGuardia is open. There's a reduced capacity because the aircraft and the fire truck are still in their positions from last night. So we are going to have reduced capacity for some time, but the airport is operational. Again, we'll come back and take your questions, but at this time, I want to turn it over to the FAA Administrator, Brian Bedford.
Thank you, Secretary Duffy. Again, I want to extend my deepest sympathies on behalf of the 44,000 men and women of the Federal Aviation Administration. We take our responsibilities quite seriously, managing the safety of the air traffic control system.
Yeah, okay. I don't want to hear from you. I feel like we may have heard this already. Does this lady talk? Yeah, I think we heard this already. I mean, no shade, no offense. I don't think that they have anything more to say from when we listened to them a little while ago. So the airport is open. We heard from the lady and the one man who were on the plane. Keep your seatbelts on. The stewardess said in advance of anything happening, if something should happen, don't take your luggage, which is strange. We got questions, Chop. We got questions. Why did they say that? Why did the truck not see that plane coming? Now the air traffic controller guy, allegedly he was the only one working there. Allegedly, I don't think that's been confirmed yet. If that's true, that's a problem. Plane is not going to be able to stop. He already coming in for the landing at 130 miles an hour. Ain't nothing he could do, even though they said that he tried to swerve. I don't know where he thought he was going, because child, that plane could have flipped the fuck over and then this would have been a totally different story, right? Remember when that plane landed in, I think, the Hudson River? Or was that a movie? Wasn't that real? Anyway. So even though a plane hit a fire engine, the people in the fire engine did not die. Okay, so they may be injured. There's a lot of people that were in the hospital, 40 some odd, 30 some odd went home. So it might be some that are still in the hospital. Oh, okay. I guess it was a movie with Denzel, right? Yeah. So they did just say that they talking to the person in Canada, which of course they should. Y'all said there's going to be lawsuits. That's just a given. Of course. Of course. The dude is admitted on the air traffic controller saying that he made a mistake, even though we did hear him say, stop, 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 stop. He tried to tell them to stop. They didn't stop. So we trying to understand how come they didn't see and why they didn't stop. But I think, I'm going to take it on the chest, on the chin. I think, and hope I'm wrong, that maybe there was a cell phone involved because someone was distracted, if you ask me. Allegedly, somebody was distracted. Okay? In the fire truck, in the fire truck. All right? So they did confirm that there's a big ass light on the front of the plane. So why they didn't see that light? Why wouldn't they see that light? Plus, we've all been on planes before. They got a bunch of lights on the daggone plane. Now, there was fog. There was a little bit of fog. There was some misty rain. They were saying that not necessarily have anything to do with it too much. So we're going to rule that out as an option. It wasn't raining like crazy. Okay. Therefore, at this point, we have more questions. Waiting for the black box to see what they have to say. But with more recordings released, it looks like the person that was air trafficking has said that he knows that he made a mistake. So honestly, he done already admitted it. I'm admitting it. Okay. But still, we need to know what. Ain't no black box. And is there a black box in the fire truck? Yeah. Shout out to Uncle Rick. I see you, boo. Is there a black box in the fire truck on airport grounds? That's the question. Is there cameras? That's the question. Quality guy, you are worse than Dallas today. Okay, you are on one. Between you, Hiram, and her, I can't take you out. But is there there's a black box in the file. Oh, y'all, we about to find out what's up. Is there a camera? Is there a camera? You know, buses have cameras. There's a black box in my car? Is it? Okay. So if my car get in a car crash, they're gonna be looking for the black box? You still a mess. And I love you back, but you still a mess. I didn't know that. There's a black box in the car? All right, I better be quiet. Good. Oh my God, here come Uncle. Oh my God, I can't with y'all. I get it now. I can't. I'm slow in the uptake. I'm trying to be serious. I cannot with y'all. I'm trying to reiterate what we have learned today with regard to LaGuardia and what happened with the plane crash and what's going on with TSA. We've gotten a lot of black. All right. I'm moving on. All right. So that's the update on all that. That's all I got for y'all. So let's move to some foolishness. Shout out to all the channel members up in here. I see you. I appreciate you. All right, Fa. Thank you for being normal. Yep. Passenger vehicles have black boxes too. They can check how fast. Oh, you were going and stuff in the crash. Okay. Oh my God. All right. Moving on. Shout out to all of y'all. Hit the damn like button. Subscribe if you are new. All right. So allegedly, Tasha K is crying foul. I don't know how. Oh, come on, Ron. And that she's saying that her show or her private show was doxxed or something like that. Okay. So she came out here to say, y'all better get it together, okay? How y'all gonna take my personal information, okay? I couldn't find it, all right? So shout out to whoever sent it to me. Maybe it was Reaper, or maybe I found it. This is our friend. This is child, what is his name? Hold on. Truth Talk Media Reacts, okay? And we looked at his videos before because he be going in because he tired of bullshit too. But Tasha is saying that someone took her private stuff, which is what I said. I said when she had that video out, I said, well, that's behind a paid wall, so I'm not gonna go and do it. Then O'Shea did it, all these other people did it. So I'm like, all right, so I did whoever's video. Then she coming out here talking about she gonna start taking channels down. And from what I understand, she done warned a few people. I'm not naming no names, but she done warned a few people. Now, I've listened to some of this on other people's channels, and she sound crazy to me, but we shall see. And let me say, so y'all are saying that somebody screenshotted it or screen videotaped it or whatever, right? How you gonna be at work and you gonna be on a damn Unwind with Tasha K Zoom with your real name and your real work name? And then they're going to try to call foul. No, that's a dumbass. Just like after C19 and everybody was on Zoom and people didn't know how to use Zoom and they kept the lines open and you could hear them effing, or they didn't know how to turn off the camera and the camera and you could see them effing. They ain't doxing. That's your foolishness. That's y'all's foolishness. But y'all, let's hear what they got to say and see what the update is on this mess. So, I'm going to turn it up as far as speed is concerned.
Let's jump right into this crazy situation. Tasha K is starting to strike YouTubers that use her content off of TashaK.com because one of her Zoom calls with a bunch of people that support her were exposed, you know, names. And like she said, a lot of them are professional people that goes to TashaK.com personally because they don't want to be in the open internet world. You get what I'm saying? So she said, yeah, man, it was leaked, and the leak came from none other than Lakeisha Keisha. You get what I'm saying? We don't know if it directly came from her, but here is what she's talking about right here. So Tawana is the girl that, you know, was basically holding Lapeef and Anton's, you know what I'm saying, sausage in her hand, and then went disgruntled, and now she's doing a campaign all over the internet to talk about it.
Wait, she was holding the sausage in hand. What is going on? I didn't hear that.
It's on Daniels, you know what I'm saying? If it wasn't all that, then just move on, girl. You can tell that she's really hurt from that. And this was 5 years ago. You get what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, this is the situation right here. she have a bunch of people up here and they go their names, and you know what I'm saying, she's upset about this right here. And Lakeisha Keisha, you know what I'm saying, is just over here using it unauthorized. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, man, Tasha K said she's not feeling that, and she's starting to send shots back at whoever's using it.
Well, I thought that O'Shea copied from LTTV. So where did LTTV get it from? Because once it's out here and everybody starts using their video, that's not the rest of ours fault. We ain't get it from you.
Let's go.
Getting here. All right. So major announcement for the winos. I want to apologize deeply for y'all information leaking. We had a security breach on TashaKLive.com. We have our private Zooms where you guys can come in. You guys are professionals, you're lawyers, you're doctors, you're nurses, you're government workers, you're technology workers. Y'all are not in the limelight, okay? You're not public figures. You're not clout chasers. None of that. And we had a situation where a specific person, content creator, has been subscribed to TashaKLive.com and listening in on the lives, which is fine. I have no issues with that. We have a lot of content creators that come in there and they review the content. But where things got real dangerous is the fact that they took and screen recorded the Zoom with y'all's personal information in there. Okay? And when that leaked, my heart just dropped because like we've been doing this for 6 years and we haven't had issues. Yeah, people may take my content, repurpose that, we'll get it down if it infringes on the copyright. A lot of times they take the clips that we put out across social media as a whole and they can review it because we want that publicity. But there was a line that was crossed. It was a line. And the line was crossed is when you have people that are at a federal job and their co-workers are on Tasha K Live saying, is this you on a YouTube channel?
Oh, so it doesn't sound like the problem is really anyone else except for the person that's at work on a Zoom with Tasha K when they should be working. Why are you using the work Zoom to be on Tasha K? That don't sound like it makes sense to me. Child, so let's dodge accountability, yeah. Let's make sure we dodge accountability, yeah.
With your profile picture and your first and last name. And so I was just like, oh my God.
Oh.
I couldn't believe it. I could, like, that is doxing.
That is not.
That is doxing. That is a violation of y'all privacy and everything. That is not what y'all come in those Zooms for.
How is that doxing though? It's not doxing. That was her dumb fault to do the shit. You just said people be in there all the time using your daggone content. Well, like you're telling on yourself. That's okay that y'all come in there. That was her dumb fault for having her whole government name out there and to be using the damn Zoom from work. Girl, Tasha, you ain't scaring nobody. I don't know. Maybe Keisha is scared, child. But it sounds like you basically have admitted that she effed up, meaning the worker.
Or y'all come in those Zooms to Zoom and block party with me, and you shouldn't have to hide your identity. You shouldn't have to hide your first and last name. It shouldn't be like there's enough content for people to repurpose out here and drag me or praise me or do whatever they want to do and still get your bread. But the moment they start...
Child, I thought that you was mad that you found out that Anton was talking about you. She didn't do her due diligence just like Rolly when he brought on Big Tiff and he didn't know nothing. So you didn't know that Anton has dragged you? Girl.
I'm messing with y'all.
Yeah.
The winos.
Wino.
That's when that's when all gloves are off. So we just
she's just saying this so she's trying to keep subscribers or something over in her private Patreon or whatever the hell it is, girl, because none of this sound like it make any sense to me.
Just got word from YouTube, and this particular content creator probably don't want to say nothing, but YouTube has started to mass takedown. Okay. And so we just got word one of the videos that we hit is down for privacy violation. We're waiting on that particular person to respond, and we will escalate this legally. We have already retained an attorney in South Florida that deals in intellectual property rights. This is above copyright.
This is above copyright. Why is she talking like this? As ghetto as Tasha is, why is she talking like this? Woo! Lord help your people. This is supposed to make the people that follow her sound like she's down for them and fight for them, child. Because none of this makes sense thus far.
This has nothing to do with, oh, I can review. You can review all you want. But the moment you go in to take from a private site that is not designated for a public platform that people have paid their money to see, you have crossed into a dangerous line, a very expensive line. And a
dangerous line, a very expensive line. And why is she saying her P's like that? Girl, stop it. This is all performative.
I'm not playing fair when it comes to this. And I already have that person's personal information, address, location to serve, whatever. This is my clear warning. I don't want to escalate. But if there's a response to the YouTube takedowns, which we have 4 more videos on that particular content creator's platform that is coming down, we're just waiting on YouTube. Like, our lawyers are dealing directly with YouTube lawyers, and we have y'all names. This person's.
We have y'all names, and all lawyers are definitely working with YouTube lawyers because it's a lawyer thing going on, lawyer to lawyer. Y'all ain't got nothing to worry about because Tasha got your back. That's what I'm hearing. Because Tasha got your back. Y'all ain't got to worry about. Child, whoever had they daggone work Zoom up, the do is done. It's a done deal, okay? If the co-worker was going ahead and asking, then the odds are that somebody told Child, I got told on. What do you want from me? Oh yeah, she was on a cruise working. Now I can't go on cruises while I work. Child, there's always got to be a black taking down a black.
This is not a content creator. This content is not designated for YouTube at all. This is a violation of people's privacy. This can cause people to lose jobs. So I am excited that YouTube has responded quite quickly. I'm sorry it took a few days to get it in order. TashaKLive.com content is just for that. You know that we have even celebrities that are over on TashaKLive.com because they know the wine that's over there is real fucking wine.
Oh wow, even celebrities be over there. So this is all they got to do is get on Tasha K. Do they be giving you information in the background too, child?
And it's not designated for everybody to hear.
And listen, I don't have a problem with Tasha K. She don't matter to me one way or the other. But for her to get up here with this performance to try to act like she gives a damn, child, she don't give a damn. This is for these people that sub to her, so I guess they don't go nowhere. There's nothing that she can do unless she's just going to say the person that screen recorded. But the fact that that person's name was out there, that was her fault. That was her fault.
Okay? And so I just want to tell you guys that I'm sorry. I'm not telling who I'm talking about. I just want y'all to spread the word. So if you see TashaKLive content up on a person's platform, let them know that you will be taking the link and sharing it with my team, and my intellectual property lawyer that we just retained out of Florida is dealing directly with YouTube. So I'm sorry that happened.
So my question is, do y'all know, is LaKeisha Keisha in Florida? Because she making sure that she keeps saying Florida. Florida.
I know that we're polarizing. I know that the content is just straight fire out here. I get it. Number one, this is what comes with it. I do not mind y'all reviewing our content. I don't mind you dragging me. I don't mind you posting public documents. I do not care. It's just as long as you do not with my fan base. So we've already neutralized that person over on TashaKLive.com. We got IP addresses blocked. We know exactly who it is. And so I just don't think they know that there's a reason why my platform is as polarizing as it is. And we've had several content creators that used to play with us over the years, and then they've backed out or they're no longer here because I don't play fair. I just wait until you put yourself in a position to where we can handle it from behind the scenes, and I ain't never got to get up and say your name or beef with you or nothing. So
you tough talking over here.
So I apologize. We have fixed it. We do advise you when you get over there onto the Zooms that you do use a pseudonym because our site is like
Oh, so Tasha K had to come out here and tell all you smart ass women's that you should not use your work address, basically, is what I just heard. Child, every day you prove how stupid you are. How the hell you Lord help your people. I can't. If it ain't one thing, it's something else. Y'all don't want to listen to shit, but y'all know everything, and then show and prove how goofy you are. You're gonna spend your time on Tasha K's live with your work Zoom, and now y'all want to try to act like it's doxing. Hope they fire whoever it is. I said that, I meant that. I hope they fire whoever it was, because that don't make no sense. Somebody risking a job to be on Tasha K. When there's a replay, and as far as what you're saying, Uncle Rick, I don't know. I don't have a membership to her. I just wouldn't do it, because I just think that if somebody is paying for it, they want it to be there for a reason. Like on Anton's thing, he says you can't share the shit, which makes sense. What are you paying for it for if you're just going to give it to people? You know what I mean? That would go against the people paying for it as well. But people will do anything. Thank you, Mr. Wombat. He says, see, this is exactly why I only open my only fools subscriptions at work. Goodbye, sir. I'm not about to get caught up on some Zoom silliness. Rest in peace to the OnlyFans dude. 43 years old, died from cancer, if I'm not mistaken. All that money he was making, the person with all the feminist women that can do it all by themselves, that all they care about women's, and women, and women, and women's, and women. And they was giving the money to the patriarchy. Lord help your people. And yes, exactly. Foz says, add doxing to the most overly used words with narcissist, gaslight, toxic, and racist. Say it again. They're going to keep saying that mess while they sit up here whine and complain. But as soon as the tables turn, everybody got an excuse. That's doxing. That's doxing.
Stick alley. It's lit like that. It's in the paint. Okay.
She gonna make sure she put herself on the level of Lipstick Alley. All right, girl.
And so, yeah, don't put your government names no more. And yeah, I will always protect y'all the same way y'all protect me. So just whoever's videos that you see that
I'm gonna protect y'all just like y'all protect me.
Has TashaKLive.com content in it, send it over. And our lawyers are dealing directly with YouTube. And like I said, we already got our first strike today. First strike. And there's 3 more on a particular channel that's going through. It's only a matter of days before it comes down the pipe. Okay? All right. Now.
Girl, don't you that
So y'all heard her, you know what I'm saying? She said she's not with that. Got her first strike. She's sending more out. Y'all are going to catch the smoke. You get what I'm saying? And she's all for that because she's still paying Cardi B $20,000 to $30,000 a month until they get to that 3.5 flat. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, Tasha K is not playing with y'all at all. You get what I'm saying? So y'all better quit playing. You know what I'm saying? She said she don't mind if y'all do the content when y'all start to, you know what I'm saying, take her Zoom calls and all that and bring them over to YouTube and start, you know what I'm saying, monetizing and using that with her people's names in it, professional people that don't want to be in the open realm of the World Wide Web.
I might be a little concerned that all these professional people spending their work days on Tasha K's live.
Yeah, now she got smoke back for you motherfuckers, man, and she's not with it. So, man, Tasha K, sending them strikes out. I suggest if you got any of that on your channel, you get it up off. And yeah, man, go from there. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the hype button, and until.
Well, thanks for the update, y'all. I tell you. So Tasha said, get the hell on. And again, she did all this for her damn subscribers, y'all. She don't give a damn. She ain't no different than the damn politicians and shit. She trying to save face because the girl got mad because they put her work Zoom out there. Dummy. She probably make over $100,000 a year and about to lose her job. You about to lose your job, allegedly. Anyway, child, we almost went to 3 hours. I know you effing lying. It's almost 7 o'clock. I need to go back to the gym. That's what I think I'm gonna do. But shout out to all of y'all. I appreciate your support for hanging in there. We got the most up-to-date information, and I'll bring some more back tomorrow. I plan on going back to work tomorrow. I need to get back into the groove. Yeah, into the groove. Anyway, shout out to Lawrence for the stream sponsor again. Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all support. Thank you to everyone that donated. Shout out to all the mods. I see you. I appreciate you. Shout out to all the members. Shout out to Monday membership streams. Thank you all so much. I appreciate you. Y'all be wilding up in here, and we love that. All right. So I'll be back tomorrow at some point. Maybe we'll do a TikTok Tuesday. We'll see what's up. I appreciate y'all. Hit the like button, subscribe if you are new. I see you all in the next one.